Yo, what's good, chat? Let's get this shit started. Yo, we finna get into some Cenat real quick. Let's go.
Not heard of the name Cenat, you're likely on the outside looking in. And that's exactly the situation a few hundred aspiring influencers found themselves in Friday afternoon.
These niggas lined up like a motherfucker.
A couple of them even passing out in the intense heat, trying to gain admission to the internationally famous YouTuber's annual streamer university.
Boy, niggas dying for this shit. That shit crazy, bro.
Last night, grown men slept on a Manhattan sidewalk. By sunrise, people were fighting. By noon, NYPD had the whole block barricaded. The man who caused all of this, he was upstairs in the window, just posing. You could just feel the aura through the screen. Nobody was handing out money. There was no concert. People lined up overnight for a job interview where most of them got rejected in their face. And by the end of this video, you're gonna understand why each and every one of those rejections made Cenat richer. Because what happened in New York City today wasn't just an audition, it was a product launch. Quick context so we're all on the same page, because this moves fast. On Monday, June 8th, Cenat announces Streamer University is back for 2026. He got his Harry Potter style trailer going on, the whole cinematic rollout. This is his first big move after months of not streaming. Streamer University isn't just an event, it's Cenat's comeback vehicle. Last year's Streamer University, over 1 million applications worldwide, and only 120 people made it. As you guys heard in my last video, those odds are worse than Harvard University. But it worked. People like Arky, he went from a phase videographer to a full-time streamer just off that exposure. But here's the 2026 twist, and this is the move: in-person application.
Man, that's crazy. Only 120 though. Man. This year gonna be even crazier. I already know.
3 cities: New York, June 12th, LA, June 14th, Atlanta, June 16th. You don't fill out a form. You walk into Cenat's office, a full set with desk, the Streamer University flags, the stamps, and you get to pitch to him face to face, on camera, on stream. New York went first, and of course, New York did New York things. People camped out overnight. Fight broke out in line even before the doors opened, and that's why NYPD.
Niggas like, nigga, I'm in line first, nigga. You cut me, nigga. I'm trying to get cops in that line, nigga. Like damn, nigga, chill out. Shit.
Had to pull up. Nino Pade was out here feeding people. It was looking like a straight black party.
Instead of telling you about how amazing Toonbee really is, why don't I just show you? Let's say we want a bee explaining the law of gravity. And boom, in 1 second, you...
City once again got shut down for a streamer, not a rapper, not an athlete. Lamar Jackson, NFL MVP Lamar Jackson, he pulled up into the building. Think about that for 1 second. An NFL franchise quarterback came into a streamer's casting call. That's where the coach is at in 2026. If you watched my video before, when we spoke about Kai's pivot from streamer to mogul, then you know this is exactly what I told you was coming. That line outside, that isn't a story. The story is what happened at the desk. So you finally get inside, and you in front of Cenat. He's got on the Streamer University jacket with the stamps on, the whole principal type of interview setup, and this is where it gets wild. Nina Lynn gets to the desk, she misspells it, denied. That clip gets over 1 million views in just 6 hours.
I spent 36 hours editing it.
I don't give a flying
Right, yeah, fuck that, yeah, no, who cares? Yeah, fuck that.
So yeah, fuck
I don't
that.
think you spelled Chinese right.
Chinese?
You didn't spell Chinese right.
Well, actually, I say Mandarin. I don't really say Chinese, though.
You put C-H-I-E-S-E.
Oh, no, I write a
No,
script.
no.
No, you can't do this to me. No, wait, hold on.
You can't fucking spell.
Well, I could write in Chinese. I could write it, no.
Oh shit.
Canal Joseph walks in, guy looks at him and denies him on sight.
You got a TV, you getting money.
What's good? How you doing?
Pass down, I'm not here to play with you, nigga. It's not casting that nigga, it's being for that, nigga.
Okay.
I've been watching you.
Yes, sir.
All night, you know. I've been seeing you, structure shit outside. That's how I make sure you come in the front.
Yes, sir.
Hey, that don't mean shit.
Bro, I just feel like I got a lot of good ideas. I'm gonna be honest.
Be honest.
You was an ass dean last year, okay? No.
He finna do that shit like, nigga, I'm finna
The
step
moment
your
Cenat
ass.
finds out he's friends with Rakai.
Dude, every view counts. with the money. Every view counts. Let me get bigger and bigger and bigger.
You were comments? You were comments?
Stop playing.
You were comments?
Yeah.
Stamp.
Fuck on my face.
Stepped his
That
ass.
little nigga. Take you and your ass the fuck out of here. Now. You got somebody grabbing your. Nigga, give me
Yo, Cuddy, chill. Yo, Cuddy. Yo, come on.
Maddie too hottie. Cenat slapped him. I know y'all remember my video on Cenat little brother getting into a fight.
I don't know. Look. I know me and your brother, whatever. That was a little love taps and shit. Don't.
Oh, you did smack my brother.
Oh,
my fucking God, I forgot.
Look. That was a little love taps, I think.
He gonna remind him though.
Come on, man. We from Brooklyn.
So let me smack you.
That shit by Terrio. Hello, boy. Come on, now.
We all know Cenat was bound to smack Maddie. That beef didn't just die. It waited for this moment at the desk in front of the camera. Created by Messy Maj, got confronted by Cenat during these interviews. Looks like he's been using Cenat's name for engagement farming.
The tea and shit, all that other shit. Gossiping is not good, brother.
And Kai, can I just talk?
Wait, hold on. I'm gonna let you talk.
Dean, sorry.
Gossiping is not good.
Okay.
There are people who get affected in their personal life by the things you may spread around or show attention to.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying?
One dude even let Cenat punch the shit out of him just to get into Streamer University.
God damn.
For real? For real? For real? Dead ass dog? Dead ass dog?
Boy, his ass tweaking. Big feet ass.
So now you're watching all this and you're thinking, this is chaos. This looks like just Cenat clowning everybody for content. But no, I want you guys to look closer. Every denial, it has a reason, and the reasons are the whole game. Time for the blueprint. This is where we stop watching the drama and start reading the system. 3 layers to this. Layer 1, Cenat inverted the cost of marketing. American Idol figured this out 20 years ago. The highest rated episodes were never the finals. It was the auditions. Simon rejecting people, that was the show. The cruelty, the surprises, the sob stories, the funnel was the product. But here's where Cenat went past American Idol. American Idol actually paid for the camera crews, the setup, the producers, the editors. Cenat applicants, they are the camera crew. Mad Manny filmed his own interview in first person and posted it himself.
Word to my mother, gang. Nah, listen. You have to put me in Streamer University. Gang. I don't even know what to say. Yo, gang. Word to my mother, bro. I've been watching you since Facebook, gang. Since Facebook, gang. Favorite skit? Oh my God. I go lie. I don't know if you Jack. I don't want to say that, but you and Braun Suno, when y'all used to collab.
What's your favorite skit?
Everything is in my brain right now, Kai. I love you.
This nigga crazy.
Yo, listen. I go lie. I can't think of.
Hey, this nigga starstruck. He can't even figure out what to say. This nigga so starstruck.
Top of my head, I watched all your videos. I swear to God, I seen you go from top from beginning. The reason why I need to be in Streamer University, yo, bro, I think outside of the box. I am literally a person made for content, gang. Content is me. I've been making content before I even started picking up a camera. Let me tell you something right now, though. I'm gonna show you something that you have never seen before. Nobody in this entire line, nobody in this entire this. Relax.
Hell yeah.
Relax.
I know y'all did.
Relax. Kai, this is a baby thing. I was gonna bring the big one. You need to put me in Streamer University. You need to put me in Streamer University. Kai. Yes.
Is it bite?
No. You know what's crazy? I don't know if you could keep it. This was a gift to you.
Get exclusive Mortal Kombat 2 wallpapers for your PC.
How would you give me a snake?
Yo, gang, I need to be.
I'm obviously Gryffindor, nigga. You trying to be Slytherin? Snake. Okay, I've never seen this.
Gang, nobody else is gonna do this, gang. I need to be in Streamer University, bro.
He finna step his
head. Guaranteed, nor is it a denial, but I'm watching you, my boy. Do you apply
Every clip channel, they're cutting it up and distributing all of this content for free because it prints engagement. Cenat produced 1 day of sitting at a desk and the internet manufactured hundreds of videos around him. Run the numbers from today alone. The Nina clip, 1 million views. Canal, almost at 1 million. Dez, 300,000. Boxing glove video, 300,000. That's millions of impressions in hours. And Cenat team didn't edit a single video. The audition is the product. The rejection is the marketing. And the marketing is free. Layer 2, the denials are public loyalty code. Look at who got denied and why. Canal for disrespecting him. Reem being friends with Rakai. Mahdi had a fight with his little brother. None of those denials were about streaming talent. They were about loyalty. Cenat used this casting call to publicly enforce the rules of his ecosystem. Who's in, who's out, and what gets you blacklisted. That's not petty. That's governance. A normal CEO sends a cease and desist. Cenat just stamps deny on camera and the whole internet learns the rule in that one clip. Layer 3, scarcity. 1 million applicants, 100 and something seats, ID checks at the door, clear bag policy, 3 cities only. Cenat is running this like those sneaker drops or Pokemon drop be running the hype. Limited supply, public demand, and the line itself becomes proof of value. People sleeping on the sidewalk is the advertising.
Yeah, it's good that he keeping that shit structured. Bro.
So when you put the 3 layers together, free distributed production, public loyalty enforcement, and manufacturer scarcity, that's not a school. That's one of the smartest media machines ever built by a 24-year-old. And he did it with a desk and a rubber stamp. And look, that right there is the difference. Every other channel, they just show you the bullshit, the drama. We just read the entire business model behind all of that drama. That's what the official society is. This is the channel that explains the system behind the drama. If you're the type that wants to understand the game and not just watch it, hit that subscribe button and become a member of the official society. Let the drama farm channels have the clips. We got the blueprint. Now, the moment that everybody scrolled past, after the auditions, Cenat came out and gave a speech to everybody, including the people that got rejected. And inside that speech, he told you exactly what to do to get accepted. Listen to what he said.
My biggest advice for y'all right now in this space, y'all gonna have to be the most consistent, the most creative as possible. I'm looking at consistency. I'm looking at y'all energy. I'm looking at what y'all trying to bring to the table. I'm literally hawking Twitch, YouTube, whatever it is. I'm watching everybody. So I'm making sure I'm watching it. But I wish I could sit here and see everybody one by one. But I appreciate everybody for being patient and staying here. And also, it's my first successful event in New York that I didn't get.
No jail time.
And whether you get denied or accepted is not the fucking end of the world.
I'm looking for consistency. I'm looking at your energy. What are y'all trying to bring to the table? Exactly. And then whether you get denied or accepted, it's not the end of the world. That's facts, bro. He said it out loud. Consistency, energy, creativity, not followers, not clout, not who you know. And actually, today proved that who you know can actually get you denied. And I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. I got skin in this game. My own Streamer University application is already live on this channel. Yeah.
And I like how he did that shit. You know what I'm saying? Ain't because who you know. You know what I'm saying? You know him? I stamp your ass, you out of here. Oh, bro, he
Uncomplied, getting older, managing my 9 to 5 by day, building this channel by night. So I walked into the application with one message. It's never too late, and experience is the cheat code. Because everything I just broke down, consistency, energy, creativity, it's just not Cenat's blueprint for Streamer University. It's the blueprint for anybody trying to make it in this space. The kids who camped out on 11th Ave understood something that the people that's laughing at them clearly don't understand. Showing up is the application. Here's where this goes next. Because New York City was only round 1, LA auditions hit this Sunday, and Atlanta Tuesday the 16th. 2 more days of straight chaos, and then Cenat actually has to do the hard part and pick the class. And that's the video I'm making after Atlanta, because there's a pattern in who gets the stay in touch stamp versus who gets straight denied. And once we see it, we might be able to predict the 2026 Streamer University roster before even Cenat announces it. We're decoding the acceptance criteria city by city, and that's the next episode of this investigation. So make sure you subbed up and you got the notifications on so you don't miss it. Until then, my Streamer University is probably on the screen right now. Go watch Unc shoot his shot.
But I feel like shit, like he says, this stay consistent. You know what I'm saying? This build your shit, stay consistent, keep posting videos. That's all you gotta do.
There's a moment when an idea becomes more than just a thought. When you feel it, you'll.
This might.
All right, y'all. We finna get into some Michael Jackson. Let's get it.
Michael Jackson's situation is crazy. This could really destroy and ruin his entire legacy. And it has everybody on the internet divided. Netflix recently dropped a documentary called The Verdict. Coincidentally, around the same time Michael Jackson biopic is breaking records at the box office, Netflix is trying to get in the mix. So Netflix dropped this documentary. In this documentary, they're claiming they are providing proof that Michael Jackson was actually guilty of all the things he was accused of. In this documentary, they interviewed a bunch of people close to the situation, and they provided what they believe is proof that Michael Jackson did indeed violate those children. One of the accusers claimed that Michael Jackson gave him alcohol when he was staying overnights at Netherland, and that Michael Jackson showed him corn and that Michael Jackson touched him. They would also claim in this documentary they found numerous grooming material at Michael Jackson's residence, some material that some of the accusers also claimed that Michael Jackson showed them.
Was to simply do a presentation of some of the materials, sexually graphic material that we have seized from Michael Jackson's home.
2 books introduced by the prosecution. One of them is Boys Will Be Boys, and one I'm going to cover up the cover photo called simply The Boy, a photographic essay. In these books, you will see naked boys sprawled on rocks, naked boys eating bananas, naked boys touching each other. And suddenly, you saw Wade Robson, who sat stock still in the witness chair, slump down. His whole demeanor changed. And you could see these books affected him. And I had to wonder, had Michael Jackson shown him these books?
Did part of Diane Dimond say, well, come on, we've told the story so many times, who's going to want to watch it yet again? And yet, I told you, it's the #1 show at Netflix right now.
Yeah, but you see, Michael, nobody saw what went on in that courtroom. The public did not see what went. There were no cameras allowed. And so as much as I would like to put this in my rearview mirror, I've always thought putting the trial on trial was the one piece of this Michael Jackson puzzle that the public never really knew what happened. They didn't know that Jordy Chandler's mother came and testified and told the court that how she had been bamboozled by Michael Jackson to allow her son to sleep with him.
One of Michael Jackson's homies, who apparently had access to his home or had access to snoop through his stuff. Now, it's unclear how he got this access. They discussed it in the documentary, but I'm not trying to go back. But this friend had access to Michael Jackson's stuff. He was able to go through his stuff. Now, the friend apparently found some things that he believed incriminates Michael Jackson and proves that Michael Jackson actually did everything they're accusing him of. And that friend has been on a tear against Michael Jackson. He did the documentary. He went on Piers Morgan. He's been like, he dropped a book against Michael Jackson.
Man, I feel like these people against Michael Jackson, goddamn it. Mike ain't do that shit, man. That's why he died. They killed him, man. They killed the great one, for real.
It's called Unredacted. So, and this was one of the people they used in this documentary to quote unquote prove that Michael Jackson is actually guilty and not innocent.
There was one instance during the trial where he had a conversation with Harvey Levin of Celebrity Justice, now TMZ, and he explained to Harvey how he slept in bed with Michael on hundreds of occasions and had graphic conversations about women. After that, I had questioned Frank and I said, is this true? And he said, yes, this is true. And Harvey went on the media and exposed that. And he reported it. It just kept piling on top of each other. And it was an indication that there was something occurring with children. In 2007, and I have been very outspoken about this, in 2004, I actually met with Tom Sneddon and the Santa Barbara prosecutors to provide information to them of what I saw. If you see an instance of child, you are to come forward. And I also came forward in 2007. I walked into an FBI building in New Jersey, New York FBI.
Wait a second. Why didn't they use you as a witness if you were so believable in 2004 on the eve of the trial? Why didn't they use you? Why didn't anyone else believe you?
That exact reason is why I think this entire thing is just extremely unfair. Him and other people are coming forward claiming they got this extraordinary evidence that proves beyond a reasonable doubt that Michael Jackson is guilty. But Michael Jackson underwent probably one of the most extensive investigation ever, and no wrongdoing was found. Like, there was no wrongdoing found.
Well, it's crazy how they just try to sabotage his name even while he's dead. That's fucked up, man.
So the prosecutors and the investigators went through this lengthy investigation, found nothing. But these people who weren't even found credible enough by the prosecutors to bring in and use as witnesses, they're now claiming they got all the answers, they got all the proof, they got all the evidence, and they're profiting from it.
That's crazy.
What, like more than 15 years after Michael Jackson has been dead?
Right.
I don't know. I think it's scummy. I think it's wrong. I don't think that's cool at all.
It's not.
And when he was approached about this and confronted about this, his answers made no sense. His answer for why the prosecutors didn't use him as a witness made no sense whatsoever.
Then why should we believe you now?
I don't think it was a question of believing or not believing. I think it was a question of, I didn't fit the case. I didn't fit their narrative. And you see, I was accused of many things, holding them hostage, and when that was just totally, absolutely false. So when I went in there, I didn't fit their narrative, because in a trial in the United States,
you didn't fit their narrative,
or
they did not believe you.
Right.
They did not believe you. You were an incredible witness.
I didn't fit their narrative. I'm the one that's being accused, and I went forward. Listen, it's not about believable and non-believable. 20 years later, I've been still trying to clear my name. Why would, in a trial system of you being accused of something, coming forward, providing truthful information and documents and pictures, why would they not use you as a witness? Let me speak. Let me speak. Why would you silence me?
That's our question.
Why would you silence me? That's what we have to ask Ron, Zoning, Gordon, Auchincloss, and Tom Cenat.
Because they did not believe you.
It's easy to say now you got the answers.
Exactly.
But when it was time for the investigation,
man, I feel like the white man, he you know what I'm saying, actually think like what I'm thinking, that's what he's saying, bro. Like, this shit unheard of. Like, your ass didn't fit the narrative. That's because this shit is not true.
They found what you had like inadmissible.
Right.
Like, whatever you thought you had that was like the smoking gun, the prosecutors in this case who wanted to see Michael Jackson get found guilty treated you like a new, like, bro, there's nothing here. You have nothing. There's nothing we can use in court. So now he's dead. Yo, this is some nasty work, man. It's nasty, bro. For Netflix to drop this documentary around the same time the world is celebrating Michael Jackson and celebrating his legacy, to me, it's some nasty stuff. Now, it's one thing if this was like R. Kelly, and R. Kelly was found guilty by a jury of his peers, then yeah, you could probably bring this up whenever R. Kelly is celebrated. But Michael Jackson is a different story. Why I lean towards Michael Jackson being innocent is because I understand the situation and the context here. Michael Jackson owned half of Sony ATV.
Exactly.
He damn near owned half of the industry's publishing.
Yeah.
The biggest artists in the world, the Beatles and others. Eminem, he owns Eminem Publishing. Michael Jackson had something that was probably one of the most valuable assets in the history of music. The industry brokers wanted to do anything in their power to get that back. If they had any evidence that Michael Jackson did something, they would have thrown him in jail and taken that back from him.
Man.
But they didn't have that. With as many powerful people in the world who was committed to Michael Jackson's downfall, they couldn't get him to fall. Come on, bro. Yo, if they had any shred of evidence, if there was any truth to this, I could almost guarantee you Michael Jackson going to London and cussing out Tommy and saying F him and calling him evil, and Michael Jackson going off on a specific...
Hey, hold on. I can imagine that. Fuck you, Tommy. You're fucking evil.
The community of people, man, they would have rallied together and got him out the paint. Some say that they get him out the paint through death because they couldn't get him out the paint through criminal charges. It took them kidnapping Michael Jackson's sister, bringing her to Tel Aviv. Before her Tel Aviv trip, Toya was saying Michael Jackson is innocent, he didn't do this. After 2 days in Tel Aviv, they scheduled an impromptu press conference where she looked at the camera and said, my brother is guilty, he did all of this. You don't see the play here?
Crazy.
Now, the prosecutor spoke to TMZ to address Michael Jackson's innocence and guilt.
I'm just wondering, he's joining us right now to talk about the documentary. And Ron, thank you so much for being with us.
My pleasure.
I'm curious, I know that when Michael Jackson was acquitted, it was, I'm sure, a shocking defeat for yourself and the other prosecutors. So I'm wondering why you decided to sit down with the producers to relive this. Do you think that people were going to see it through a different lens?
No, I think that this case was very interesting at the time that it was tried, and it's certainly interesting today. He was one of the world's most recognizable people, very, very talented musician and entertainer. And the charges were serious. And the fact that it's 20 years later and there's still public interest in this case and understanding about it is certainly reason to have a documentary like this.
You know, since the trial, there have been other accusers who've come forward, and certainly the Leaving Neverland documentary shined a new light on those accusers. Do you think that there are more people who'd be, if that trial happened today and Michael Jackson were still alive, would the jury perhaps be more willing to think that this was possible? Because, you know, I remember at the time, a lot of this was that Michael Jackson, as you said, was the biggest star in the world. And so my feeling was that the jury was willing to give him the benefit of the doubt. And certainly when there were people like Macaulay Culkin who testified and said, none of this could have ever happened, I'm with Michael all the time and it didn't happen, that the celebrity there may have swayed the jury. But today, maybe that would be different.
Well, there's no question that at the time, the celebrity status of some of these people did affect the jury. And if we had had the benefit of the honest and candid testimony of a number of the other victims in this case, it could have affected the outcome, certainly.
That's the perspective of a sore loser. You put that man on trial. You had a hand in picking the jury responsible for deciding his fate. He sat across a jury of his peers, got an acquittal, and then 20 years later, you're saying, even though he had his day in court, even though he was acquitted of all the charges y'all put on him, from the jury that you helped select, he's still guilty? And what, like, oh, it was his celebrity that got him off.
That's crazy.
So at that point, it's like, why even put him on trial then, right?
That's crazy.
If he's found guilty, he's guilty. If he's found not guilty, he's guilty because he's a celebrity. Then at that point, it's like, what, like he's guilty nonetheless? There's nothing he could have done to prove his innocence at all? You put him on trial, he gets found guilty, he's guilty.
They just trying to, man, if he was alive, he'll be going to jail, and that's crazy, Chad. That's fucking crazy. It'll be like Bill Cosby and shit, basically.
He gets found not guilty. Well, he only got found not guilty because of his celebrity.
That's crazy.
This is some nasty stuff y'all doing, bro. And choosing to do this at this moment in time is one of the nastiest things I've ever seen.
But we don't. And I think that if I had any objection with the documentary, it was that they really didn't address the fact that two of the victims in this case who were adamant that nothing had ever happened 20 years ago have now come forward and said, in fact, they were victims of long-term and intensive molestation by Michael Jackson. As to Wade Robson, he said it was over a period of about 7 years. And frankly, that there was nothing that two people could do to each other sexually that Michael Jackson didn't do with him during that period of time, starting at age 7. Now, if we had had that testimony, the benefit of that testimony in the trial, as opposed to the opposite, which is what we did have, of him testifying that nothing happened, that Michael Jackson was a perfect gentleman and simply helped him with his career, and there was nothing he ever did wrong. Yes, could there have been a different result in the trial? Of course, there could have been a different result. I think that probably it certainly would have benefited us at the time of the trial, and I think it could have been addressed in the documentary as well. There was only the reference to Wade Robson and James Safechuck denying that anything had ever happened to him.
So he said under oath and under threat of prosecution that Michael Jackson did nothing to him. He's not under oath anymore, nor under threat of prosecution. Now, all of a sudden, Michael Jackson is guilty. All right, gang. Y'all let me know in the comment section, man, what y'all feel about this, okay?
Man,
do y'all feel like Michael Jackson is
that man? Well, that's crazy, Chad. For real. They trying to sabotage Mike in the grave though.
It's so easy to become a podcaster with Riverside. You just need a concept and a way to record it.
Lord
All right, y'all, we finna get into Lord Jamar. If y'all know who Lord Jamar is, he like in a black conscious community and shit. Let's go into it and see what he talking about.
Jamar is his own worst enemy. He just, absolutely humiliated and embarrassed himself really, really, really badly. Like this is terrible. The humiliation ritual that Lord Jamar just took himself through is actually an extension of the humiliation ritual he put himself through last year. Y'all remember when Lord Jamar did this interview or this debate last year with Professor Dave, and he got absolutely destroyed and humiliated, right? Because he couldn't really articulate, he outed himself as a dummy. He has no logic, no facts, no proof for anything he was saying, and he just got steamrolled. And what was even worse was his inability to accept he was getting steamrolled, and then after the fact, making 1,000 excuses and burning relationships and leaving his podcast with Godfrey.
It requires a force to produce an acceleration. Things accelerate towards the Earth. Density is a scalar. It's not a force. It can't make things move. Buoyancy, there's a buoyant force, but it has gravity in the equation. Buoyancy only exists when gravity exists.
When gravity, the secret sauce.
Here's the problem with your density bullshit. You think that things fall down because the air is less dense. The air is less dense above the object too. So why the don't things fall up? Can
things
you explain
do
that to
fall
me?
up, you asshole.
Fall up.
Bubbles
Nothing
go
falls
up, you stupid. How do you lift your legs off the ground?
Things can
you cock bag.
Muscles. Birds have wings, right? You can exert
They have
force,
wings?
which allows you to accelerate, right? Doesn't that make sense?
How do you explain corpuscular rays?
By what I just told you with the railroad tracks. Do railroad tracks appear to converge?
Tell me why you have pressurized air next to a vacuum of space, sir.
Okay, so this is really adorable. You think that space is a vacuum cleaner because you don't know what a vacuum is? You don't know what vacuum means. What's a vacuum? What does vacuum mean?
It's spinning with the Earth.
I have the definition.
At 1,000 miles an hour.
Okay, so
I have the definition.
Really jump into all the favorite talking points. So the Earth spins once per day.
Bro.
That's what a day is. Did you know that? Do you know what a day means? It's how long it takes the Earth to spin around one time. Any response?
Yeah, you're full of.
Am I full of what a day is? Is a day 24 hours? What's a day, dude? Tell me what a day is.
This is how
dumb
that
you
doesn't
are.
make
This is
sense, asshole.
You
That's how
imagine
dumb
a
you
globe?
are. That don't make no sense.
You think that there's
You're
a
on the
magic
side,
down in
and
outer
it's supposed
space
to be
because you're
tilted,
imagining
and
a
it's supposed to
globe
be
in
on
your
an
house,
axis.
and you're imagining
Ridiculous.
below
Please
the
get this
globe.
clown out of
That's
here,
why you
please.
think that there's a down
All
in
right.
space.
Yo, bro.
Everything is fake
For real,
because
like,
I don't
seriously,
like it
like,
and it hurts my feelings.
Who's
I wanna
the
feel
guest that you
special.
want? Because you know what I mean. Y'all can stay on with him.
For God's sakes, I don't know why.
I mean, I feel like this, like Lord Jamar, so I heard about him and shit, you know what I'm saying, in the black conscious community. Like, he intelligent. I feel like this, you know what I'm saying, little thing that I heard, that I seen right now, that shit ain't intelligent at all. Like, what the fuck is he doing? Like, he supposed to be, you know what I'm saying, articulating some shit. Like, you know what I'm saying, supposed to be giving jewels out. What the fuck?
Lord Jamar would want to relive that experience. Why would he want to remind people that era of his life exists? That was one of the worst debates I've ever seen. It was an absolute slaughter. Lord Jamar, before this debate, and this debate was a long time ago, so a lot of us forgot. Lord Jamar didn't have the reputation of being a dummy. He didn't have a reputation of being considered an idiot. He was somebody who, for the most part, people respected, looked at as a pretty, smart dude. After that debate, he lost his entire reputation. Like, it went out the window. You considering Lord Jamar smart after that debate, you got clowned on the internet or in these circles. It was that bad. If I'm Lord Jamar and that get brought up during an interview, I don't want to talk about it. I'm sorry, Pat. As a matter of fact, I'm asking them to edit out the question from all the interviews. Don't hear me avoid the question. Edit it out. Get rid of it. I don't even want people to hear me say skip so that they can go back and relive that experience. It was traumatizing.
Man, shit, if that was like back then, shit, he ain't got nothing to worry about though. Shit, that was before motherfuckers evolved. Shit.
Lord Jamar, what we witnessed, like Lord Jamar has an unwillingness to learn. Like during this debate, Lord Jamar will be proven just blatantly wrong to his face, and then he'll respond back by trying to mock Professor Dave, right? Lord Jamar will say things like, yeah, things can fall up. And Dave will say, no, things can't fall up, they fall down. But here's why things can float up. Here are the reasons why scientifically. Lord Jamar will get the answers then.
Wait a minute, fall up? How the fuck how some shit fall up? No,
mock him. Things can fall up. Booyah. What you mean? Right? It was just bad, bruh. So Lord Jamar decided he wanted us to relive that era again by bringing it back up. So, he was doing an interview with Danny Finna Stop, and Danny Finna Stop asked him about his debate. And it's been a couple years now, and Lord Jamar still has no accountability whatsoever. Lord Jamar blames everybody but himself on his very piss poor performance during that debate. He labels it a setup, even though he was told they will be debating Flat Earth. Right, the very same thing he was debating a week before with Godfrey and other people who didn't really understand the knowledge to really like debunk Lord Jamar. So he was on their platform looking like Einstein, looking like a genius, disseminating misinformation. So once they put an actual professor in front of him, he called it, I don't know, a setup. Right? He said he was not prepared. And Professor Dave is not having none of it, bro. He ain't having none. He not giving Lord Jamar an inch. So, Professor Dave has not talked about Lord Jamar for like a year plus. But after Lord Jamar did the nonsense he did this week, where he essentially is making more excuses and trying to vilify everybody who was involved in the debate, including Professor Dave did a reaction video to this. And, this dude, I don't know why Lord Jamar keeps waking up this dude, bro. Because this dude is essentially the Lord Jamar stopper. He ethered Lord Jamar.
In content, things can go diabolical because there's an audience. So like me and you could get into an argument off camera and it's like, we'll make a piece of, but then there's an audience. Right. If it happens here and for whatever, you make me seem like a stupid, don't know. I might, even if you apologize, I might have issues because you just made me look stupid to my audience.
Right.
And I think that's what happened.
No, what happened is that Jamar is a stupid. Godfrey didn't make Jamar seem like a stupid. Dante didn't make Jamar seem like a stupid. Jamar simply is a stupid. He has been his entire life. It's his defining quality. He just shields himself from this fact by never interacting with anyone capable of exposing him as a stupid.
You need an LLC. It's protecting you. It's keeping your business and personal life separate. So go to Taylor.
But he ruined his hot streak by agreeing to interact with me, and absolutely nobody owes Jamar an apology for the fact that he is the stupidest in the tri-state area.
I'm not saying you look stupid or anything like that. It's just sometimes you can get ambushed. Sometimes people know how to win an argument on camera.
There's no argument. The earth isn't flat, and I can prove that with cameras on, with cameras off, to Jamar's dumb face, or to myself. Facts are facts, and Jamar did indeed look incredibly stupid while deflecting from all the facts I provided, which was not in any way, shape, or form an ambush.
But you felt as if it was a content ambush. It had been months in advance or something like that. It had been planned for a while.
But I'm going to say that he wasn't the one that planned it. It was his man, Dante.
The bald dude?
Yes.
Okay, got it.
But I feel like
that's your man.
He allowed himself to be manipulated.
From my recollection, that's a lie. I think they had the Flat Earth debate the week before, and then Lord Jamar essentially was talking circles around Godfrey and other dudes involved. They really weren't well-versed, right, in Flat Earth and Round Earth, and Lord Jamar, for the most part, he watched a lot of these like conspiracy videos and then came on a podcast and essentially ran circles around people who didn't know better. So they brought an actual scientist, an actual professional on, and you couldn't run circles around the professional. I don't feel like they planned this. I don't feel like this was something they was plotting and cahooting on for months. and they finally lined you up with it. No, I just think, bro, you lost a debate. You went up against somebody who does this for a living. Like the very same people that Lord Jamar got his conspiracies from debated this dude, and this dude destroyed them. So if Lord Jamar had a brain of any sorts,
first off, Lord Jamar smart. You know what I'm saying? I guess at the time, at that point, his shit wasn't together or some shit. He ain't get his shit together. And bro, players fuck up, motherfuckers fuck up.
Lord Jamar would realize that, and he would have probably did his research and figured out, I'm probably not at the level of this conspiracy theory that I can go up against this dude. I don't have the understanding of these concepts enough for me to go up against this dude. But I guess his arrogance pushed him to do it, thinking he could kind of like talk in circles or try to like use his pseudoscience to defeat a real scientist when that didn't work out. And because it didn't work out, now Lord Jamar, years later, is claiming he was ambushed. Years later, is still not cool with Godfrey. Years later, still hasn't gone on a podcast. Years later, still has not made any efforts to mend the bridges he burned because he lost that debate. It's sad, bro.
Well, if that happened years later, again, that shit happened years later. You know, motherfuckers evolve. But shit, if I was him, I would have, let's set up a debate again, goddammit. You know what I'm saying? This time, I'm well prepared, motherfucker. Let's do this shit.
It's making him the laughing stock of the internet, quite frankly, bro. Because I can't tell you anybody who has gone out as sad as Lord Jamar recently.
You see him saying, buy the ball, dude.
It wasn't planned months in advance, nor would that absolve you of your infantile behavior. You ran your mouth, then Dante, who apparently shall no longer be named by you, knew you were full of shit, couldn't debunk you in real time. He asked if I would come on. I said yes, and it happened. That's it. This is like when some little the schoolyard talks real tough, publicly agrees to fight a bigger kid after school by the flagpole, and then when he gets his eaten to a pulp with all his classmates watching, he just whines about how he got sucker punched. You're 57 years old, dude. Get your life together.
That broke the internet, though.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, what did you really gain from it?
A whole lot of laughs at your expense, dipshit. Totally worth it.
A lot of people feel like if they try to take somebody else down, that it's going to bring them up. And ultimately, that's not even what happened. You could try to take me down. First of all, most of us live an edited life, right? So that was one time where you were able to see me flawed. You were able to see me not cool, calm, and collected like I usually am. You were able to see me off kilter, off my game, right?
You don't have any game, Jamar, but more importantly, what we all saw was the real you, a petty, insecure, narcissistic, delusional toddler who can't stand being shown what he really is. You can run from your identity by insulating yourself with people who either don't know that or won't tell you, but it's who you are all the same. I'm just a guy who tells it like it is that you were too dumb to run from.
But in the society that we live in today, usually you're able to just go on your phone and edit that out.
Okay.
You take 1,000 selfies until you find the right one that you're going to post. You see?
Filter.
To where that was life unfiltered. You see? And we don't usually see that on the internet.
I actually like Lord Jamar, and I don't know what happened, man.
Lord Jamar, round 2, man. You gotta, you know what I'm saying, get your shit together, for real.
Lord Jamar was at a high at some point, I would say about 3-4 years ago, when he was on Vlad TV. Him and Godfrey had their podcast. They was doing their thing. They were visible. Even after he left Vlad TV, Lord Jamar was also at a high. He had his nightly show going. He had his thing with Godfrey going on. They were doing their thing, and they were somewhat successful. He even had the Dr. Umar Johnson interview, and that went viral, and that did like millions of views worldwide. So Lord Jamar has something going on. After that debate, bro, I'll be real. I think he ended his show after that debate.
Dang.
And by ending his show, like, he still pops up here and there to do his show. But ever since that debate, he don't do his show consistently anymore. And I think it started because he took like a month hiatus because the comment section was like brutal to him. It was terrible to him. Because he came on his podcast afterwards and went off on Godfrey, and all the fans were like, bro, you wrong. Godfrey did nothing wrong. He just hosted a debate that you were incapable, right, of like participating intellectually in. Right? You started threatening the dude, asking Godfrey to kick the dude from the pod. Like it's just weird. It was done. If I'm you, Lord Jamar, I'm leaving this alone. I'm not talking about it, bro. I'm moving on, man. Because the more you talk about it, the more you make yourself a laughing stock of the internet. Let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this, man? If you're still watching this video and you want to...
All you got to do is reschedule another debate, goddammit. Bro. Your shit already together. You know what I'm saying? Just reschedule your shit. You know, get your title back, motherfucker. That's it.
Looking for a stunning logo? Design.com is the world's #1 AI logo generator with a massive library of...
Alright, y'all, we finna get into some, you know, NBA JR, All-Star, oh, I'm tweaking, All-Star JR, bro, let's go.
Yo, face! Yo, your face, please, with sugar on top!
Skip this shit.
At www.patreon.com/hookah, where we will upload videos that we see there first, behind the scenes information that you wouldn't find anywhere. Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous. Update in this All-Star JR case concerning NBA Ben 10, but we finally got one. And it's not looking too good. However, there is a lot of questions that need to be asked here, and it's more than just within this case. First off, whether they label it a self-defense or not, facing 15 years for something that he was a victim in at first is kind of crazy. But as we said from the beginning, the fact that he overdid it may come back to haunt him.
Yeah,
now, to this day, I'm still baffled at the fact that the people who initiated everything have not been picked up, questioned, or anything. And they're the ones that attempted to rob him, and there's plenty of witnesses. Now,
man, that's fucked up, though. My bad for stopping the video. But, man, I still say that's fucked up. Like, how he gonna get arrested and get, what, 60 years or some shit? And the motherfuckers that tried to do the attempt to rob him ain't get shit. Like, everybody should go to jail for this shit. Fuck that.
Like we've been saying for the longest, it's either one or two things in that situation. Either a certain family out there has a strong hold on law enforcement, allegedly, like the rumors have always been floating around, or maybe they haven't been bothered because there's already an investigation going on behind the scenes. For y'all that don't know, sometimes when there's a bigger investigation going on behind the scenes, law enforcement would allow you to get away with certain things unless you out here catching bodies and you getting out of hand or something, but they'll basically give you enough rope to hang yourself until they're ready to come and get you with all the evidence that they have, and then boom. When they come to get you, they're talking football numbers. So we're not sure what's going on down there, but once again, it's odd that All-Star JR is now facing 15 years in jail, possibly more, for a situation he had no control over. He was literally defending himself. He just went a little too crazy. Then to make matters even worse, he went from only being charged for possessing a firearm to the feds now wanting to charge him for the shooting as well, even though they told us that he wasn't going to be charged. Now, according to reports, All-Star JR is now being charged with aggravated assault, traumatic brain or spine injury. Suspect turned victim, NBA Ben 10's medical team, told Houston police that Ben 10 suffered a spine injury from the shooting that left him without sensation from the waist down, and they believe that he now has irreversible paralysis in his lower body. Now, the part that I'm confused about is what changed, right? What changed? Although we've seen the reports that they are now charging him with a new federal charge, they still never explained why. Why they changed their mind and went from just charging him with being a felon in possession of a weapon to now an aggravated assault charge. Judging from the articles based on the situation, the only thing I can conclude is that it seems like everything changed just because NBA Ben 10 has now been paralyzed. And once again, we have no clear reason on why they upped the charges. However, new documents based on the shooting would come out, and there was some very interesting information in there that would tell us that someone actually is under investigation, or should I say a couple people, and it isn't All-Star JR. And no, JR haven't cooperated. No, he isn't the reason of the investigation. This seems like something that's been brewing, and maybe this is why the people we were talking about initially, who started everything, have not been taken into custody as of yet. Anyway, we're going to get into the paperwork so we can further explain everything. But before we do, make sure you hit that thumbs up button, hype the video so we can get into the algorithm. And if you not subscribed to the platform already, make sure you do so now. Let's get into it. Hold up, y'all. There's no way you're watching this video for free right now. You could tap or click the link I pinned in the comments, something to snack on. That has been filed in the case against hashtag AllStarJR. He was indicted on the charge of felon in possession of a firearm following an April 8, 2016 robbery and shooting at the Confessions restaurant in Houston. Most notably, the documents explicitly state that the evidence concerns individuals who are still under investigation for their participation in the incident. The judge's order mandates that the evidence cannot be shared, directly or indirectly, with anyone outside of the defendant and his legal defense team. Now, two things that automatically popped out to me was a part when it stated that individuals are still under investigation and the judge not wanting to release any evidence aside from to the defendant. And this can only mean one thing, y'all. The guys involved are either being investigated solely for that situation, or they were already being investigated and something is brewing behind the scenes for a bigger case that may be up ahead for certain people involved in the situation.
Why I feel like he just repeated this shit, man. Bro. Fuck.
As it is state quote, the United States of America moves for a protective order under Federal Rule of Criminal Procedure 16D1. The discovery contains information agency operation plans and tactics that would need to be redacted in the absence of a protective order. On April 8, 2026, a robbery and shooting occurred at the Confessions restaurant located in Houston, Texas, in the Southern District of Texas. The restaurant was open to the public at the time of the shooting, and restaurant patrons who were not involved with any of the individuals involved in the incident were made witnesses to the events leading up to the shooting and thereafter. The defendant has been indicted for felon in possession of a firearm. The case is still under investigation. The discovery is of a sensitive nature. Much of the evidence concerns numerous witnesses and their personal information, along with individuals who are still under investigation for their participation in the incident. As such, the United States moved for a protective order containing the following provisions. Discovery materials and all copies should be protected from unnecessary dissemination. Discovery materials should be utilized by the defendant and the defense team solely for this case and for no other purpose of other proceeding. Discovery materials and their contents and any notes or other record of such materials or their contents should not be disclosed either directly or indirectly to any person or entity other than the defendant and the defense team. Discovery materials should not be copied or reproduced except as necessary for use by the defense team, and all such copies will be treated in the same manner as the original. The defense team may not provide copies of discovery to the defendant nor any other person except where found by the court in writing to be necessary to prepare or assist in the defense. Nothing in this order prohibits counsel from reviewing discovery with the defendant. Defendant's counsel should inform the defendant of the provisions of the protective order and direct them not to disclose or use any information contained in the government's discovery in violation of the protective order. All discovery and copies shall be returned to the United States Attorney's Office following deposition of the case, except where an appeal is anticipated. This protective order applies to any subsequent discoverable material provided to the defendant except for the defendant's statements. Now, what I see here is this, right? They already seen that AllStarJR is known for going on social media or making music videos and kind of putting things out there. So what they're trying to say is whatever that they give his counsel, his lawyer, his attorneys, whatever they give to them should be.
That's folks' blood right there, ain't that? Peep that. Yeah, he splattered this shit.
Be treated as confidential. Basically, I'm pretty sure that he probably got first dibs on what's going on, to where we're just putting together theories or our opinions, but he probably know exactly who the feds are looking for and why. And this is why they don't want any information getting out there, which is why they said that he or his attorneys or anybody involved with him can't disclose this information or tell anybody, because maybe they don't want him messing up their investigation. Now in the next document, it'll state, quote, discovery materials are to be protected as follows. Discovery materials and all copies should be protected from unnecessary dissemination. discovery materials should be utilized by the defendant and the defense team solely for this case and for no other purpose or other proceeding. Discovery materials and their contents and any notes or other record of such materials of their contents should not be disclosed either directly or indirectly to any person or entity other than the defendant and the defense team. Discovery materials should not be copied or reproduced except as necessary for use by the defense team, and all such copies will be treated in the same manner as the original. The defense team may not provide copies of discovery to the defendant nor any other person except where found by the court in writing to be necessary to prepare or assist in the defense. Nothing in this order prohibits counsel from reviewing discovery with the defendant. Defendant's counsel should inform the defendant of the provisions of the protective order and direct them not to disclose or use any information contained in the government's discovery in violation of the protective order. All discovery and copies shall be returned to the United States Attorney's Office following disposition of this case, except where an appeal is anticipated. This protective order applies to any subsequent discoverable material provided to the defendant except for the defendant's statements. This protective order does not preclude any party from seeking modification of the provisions. Now, if you ask me, they're hiding something, right? If you ask me, there's a pending investigation going on and they don't want nobody to know about it, which is why they're saying they would give the defendant whatever they have, but the defendant, which is also JR, can't disclose whatever it is he know or was told by his counsel, which once again, maybe they don't want to mess up the investigation or want him bragging or saying anything that he know that's supposed to be behind the scenes. However it is, once again, I think there's a pending investigation on a certain group of people that's been in Texas for a long time, where there's been rumors that they are being investigated by the feds, but we haven't seen anything.
I think it's what's them people called? Damn, I forgot them people names. Goddamn, what's his name? Goddamn, that you gotta check in and shit. Fuck, I forgot folks' name. Goddamn. Damn, it's gonna get to me, Chad, hopefully.
I guess this is gonna bring everything to the forefront. Now they're saying that there is evidence that they don't want released and certain things that will be redacted in regards to everything else. Now here's my theory, and keep in mind this is just my opinion, but I feel that there was already an investigation going on prior to the situation that happened, so when it went down, this was just added to the pile of things a certain group of people were already being investigated for. And the reason they're trying to give All-Star JR so much damn time
that's the name, Mob Ties. Motherfucker, folks from Mob Ties, them people over there. I forgot the other people that goddamn Mob Ties. Damn, but it's Mob Ties though.
It's probably because they asked him a couple questions pertaining to the case, and instead of him pointing people out or saying what he knows and what went down and telling the police what they know to help them, he refused. Therefore, they upped his charges, made it worse for him because he didn't want to help them, and that's why he's getting this in return. But once again, like I stated before, they never told us why they upped his charges. They never told us why they went from only charging him with possession to aggravated assault. And it's not like they have a new story or new details on what happened. So unless they got evidence proving that that was his firearm and he went there with the intentions to do what he did, I don't see why they would up these charges. But I don't know, y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Who y'all think are being investigated by the feds? What y'all think is going on behind the scenes?
J.R. Prince. Oh, bro. Folks said right here. That nigga getting investigated right now. Oh, folks.
LAPD.
All right, y'all. We finna get into some P. Diddy. Let's go.
Just revealed they have multiple things they're looking to charge Diddy with. And whenever you have more than one charge in play, a RICO is always an option. The news broke after the John Doe lawsuit against Diddy. So a John Doe recently sued Diddy, alleging that Diddy gave him spiked liquor and then took advantage of him at a Hollywood party. The John Doe alleging they were a minor at the time and they were essentially fed into the grip of Diddy. And the John Doe is actually famous. And that to me is the most interesting part about this. The John Doe will reveal in the court filings they are a child star. They are famous. They are a public figure. They're filing under John Doe to conceal their identity due to career ramifications this may have. Now, I don't know exactly who John Doe is. I do have my suspicions.
A former child star slams P. Diddy with a disturbing civil lawsuit. He alleges the singer sexually assaulted him at a Hollywood party. Speculation is stirring about who this star could be.
Before we get this video started, if you want to learn how I made $142,000 from YouTube, I also promote your videos on my social media pages. Let's get
From an unlikely source, a former child star who says Diddy performed oral sex on him at a Hollywood party when he was still underage. And this brings forth a whole host of questions. Like, for instance, could P. Diddy face more criminal charges relating to these accusations? Is his current conviction relevant to these accusations? I mean, does it bolster them? Where does this civil case fall in line with the rest of the civil cases he's already up against? And above all, who is this celebrity child star? Well, the latter question is all speculation because the former child star has filed the lawsuit under John Doe. So we don't have an actual name, but we do know that it's a male who was reportedly already famous when the alleged incident happened.
Here's another clue. Their acting career started in 2004. Who do y'all think it is, man? Because this person is a child actor or they're famous, to me, that gives them more credibility. Because I don't see the reason why somebody famous or a celebrity will come out, file a lawsuit under John Doe, make up these false allegations against Diddy that they know are going to be proven false in a court of law. Like, I just don't know why. Like, what would a celebrity gain from this? See, the regular person will gain the attention they want, the clout they want, and possibly a settlement. If you are a child actor and a celebrity, and you essentially have all to lose, like you're already famous, you coming up with these allegations will only ruin your name and public reputation. I just don't think a celebrity.
I think if this is a child actor, probably dude from Home Alone, folks from Home Alone.
Everybody would take that risk if they knew these charges were false. Diddy was not the only person that's included in his lawsuit. They would also include a talent agency that they believe kind of set up this party for Diddy to groom and meet and violate minors in the industry. They feel like these people knew that these minors had no business being at that party by themselves, but they kind of sent the minors there knowing something like this would have happened. And the fact that they are including other people, including a talent agency and specific dates, to me is, listen, man, I'm not willing to just call this frivolous or cloud chasing, bruh. They're bringing in other people. They're bringing in dates and times. This looks bad for Diddy.
According to the lawsuit, the boy started his career acting in about 2004. Plaintiff, meaning John Doe, immediately began working in the entertainment industry, securing initial roles that provided early professional exposure and experience. The lawsuit alleges the boy was on some high-profile shows, but it doesn't specify which shows. It does, however, say the alleged incident happened involving Diddy back in 2007, meaning the boy would have had about 3 years experience in Hollywood at the time. Now, according to the filing, the boy reached out to his agents for help with his career, and this is common in Hollywood. They arranged different networking events where he could go and mingle and meet people, and it was all basically to build visibility with other actors, directors, and celebrities. And that, according to the court docs, is how he met P. Diddy in 2007 at one such networking event in the Hollywood Hills. The suit titles this section as, quote, the attack on plaintiff, describing what allegedly happened. According to the child star, he started off at the party by mingling with people and then noticed P. Diddy talking to some other actors who were in the crowd. But eventually, Diddy allegedly approached the boy. Diddy and the boy began talking about his career, and then Diddy said the boy could be a good candidate for an upcoming project. Defendant Combs told plaintiff he wanted to speak to him privately about some potential opportunities that defendant Combs had in mind for plaintiff. Defendant Combs guided plaintiff to the back rooms of the event. Defendant Combs and plaintiff went into one of the back rooms together. Defendant Combs shut the door to the back room behind them. At this point, Diddy allegedly gave the boy some alcohol. And I want to pause here to note, if you followed the P. Diddy trial at all, you know that multiple witnesses testified that Diddy allegedly plied them with alcohol that was sometimes drugged. Multiple other civil lawsuits allege that Diddy forced survivors to drink alcohol that had allegedly been drugged in order to sexually assault them. According to this most recent filing, John Doe alludes to a similar situation. He says that Diddy gave him some alcohol and then allegedly began touching him and rubbing inappropriate parts of his body. Unexpectedly, defendant Combs started to touch plaintiff. First, defendant Combs began to rub on plaintiff's arm. Plaintiff told defendant Combs that he did not feel comfortable with the way defendant Combs was touching him. Defendant Combs tried to relax plaintiff and continued to touch plaintiff, moving his hands down plaintiff's body, beginning with touching his arm and then down to his stomach. It all culminated with Diddy allegedly performing oral on the boy, who once again was a child at the time.
If you are a Diddy defender and you really want to excuse Diddy, you could very easily make the point. Diddy did this in a party full of people. You think Diddy is that bold to do this in a party full of people with a child actor he never met before? He took them in a separate room.
I don't know, man. Diddy is he could possibly have did it though. Who knows, man?
Gave him a spike liquor, took advantage of him, risking this child actor running out the room and screaming, "He raped me, he raped me, he raped me." Right? Like, come on. To me, that right there is like the only response, but I'll be real. I don't think even that response is strong enough because I do.
But shit, at the time he had power though. So if he did ran out like he raped me, motherfuckers is gonna be looking and just bro, like, you know what I'm saying? You better Diddy otherwise shut the fuck up, motherfucker, or else shit gonna happen to their ass at the time though.
I feel like once you start to name dates and times and bring in other people who's a part of this, I don't know, bro. It's looking terrible for Diddy, man. LAPD did announce it is unclear if this John Doe case or instance is a part of it, but LAPD did reveal they believe they have enough to charge Diddy with two particular things, right? Two set of crimes involving SA. Now, it's unclear when they're going to charge Diddy, if they're going to charge Diddy, but they did say they believe they have enough and they're moving forward.
Well, Diddy allegedly touched himself. Defendant Combs then pulled up his pants and told plaintiff he would see where they would go from there for the role that he had in mind for defendant Combs' project. Plaintiff was in shock and pulled his clothing back up. After this, the boy was left completely alone. According to the lawsuit, he was in total shock, so he waited for his ride to come and then he left. P. Diddy is listed as a defendant in the lawsuit, but so too are some of the talent agencies for their alleged involvement. The child star alleges it was their duty to protect him, and they didn't. In fact, the adult agents allegedly didn't even attend the party and instead encouraged this child star to go alone without a chaperone. Plaintiff is informed and believes, and thereon alleges, that defendant Combs and agents spoke prior to the event in order to conspire to create an event disguised as an industry meeting in order to provide defendant Combs with an opportunity to come into contact with minor children like plaintiff. Plaintiff believes that the agents knew that Diddy had a reputation for sexually assaulting children and urged the boy to attend the party anyway. Now, this lawsuit was filed on Monday, June 8th in Los Angeles Superior Court, bringing forth a slew of allegations, including childhood sexual assault, sexual battery, negligence, intentional infliction of emotional distress, false imprisonment, violation of the Ralph Civil Rights Act, negligent supervision of a minor, and sexual harassment under Civil Code 51.9. Either way, P. Diddy himself has completely denied the allegations. His team told local TV station KTLA 5 the accusations are, quote, false and ridiculous. His team released a statement saying, quote, "He's just another hater in a long list of people trying to get in on the money gravy train encouraged by personal injury lawyers. Mr. Combs has never sexually assaulted anyone, and that includes any child. These allegations will be disproved like all the rest." So that's Diddy's stance, but according to the LA Times, investigators on the West Coast are taking a closer look at all of these allegations. The Times reports the LA County District Attorney's Office has been reviewing sexual assault allegations against P. Diddy, and that the LAPD and Sheriff's Department have presented two separate cases for possible criminal charges. So is this John Doe case involved? Could P. Diddy face additional charges, maybe even state charges out of California? I don't know. These are all questions I need an expert opinion for.
Good news and bad news. If they've tried twice, then clearly, the case is not as concrete or as strong as you would want it to be because they haven't charged him yet. Bad news is, they're going to charge you. Like, I don't feel like these people are type of people to like investigate, have a charge, try to charge you with it. The grand jury didn't really go along with it, and then they drop it. I feel like they're coming for Diddy. They're going to R. Kelly him. R. Kelly was in there was a day where R. Kelly got a bond from this random fan who bonded out R. Kelly. R. Kelly already had a warrant out for his arrest for a new case like that same night. That's how they're gonna do Diddy. If Diddy gets out, the first thing you want to do, my boy, get out of the United States. Take Cassie, for example, bro. All right, because when you in their faces and you remind them of what you did, that's just where the investigation gets deeper. They're gonna bring more victims, right? They're gonna bury you. But if you get out of their faces, you go to a third world country somewhere, bro. You go to Cuba, you go to Liberia, you go to somewhere in West Africa, and you just chill off the grid, off the map. I feel like they'll leave you alone. But if you think, right hand of God did it, I ain't lying to you. If you think you about to get out of jail, get to Harlem bopping and Harlem shaking, on top of the cars, can't stop, won't stop, back on top of the world, billboard in Times Square, get back to Diddy stuff, you are sadly mistaken. They're gonna get you out the paint. Just get yourself out the paint, bro. Get yourself out the way, man. Leave.
Oh, bro, get out of there.
Because them folks not playing with you, bruh. And if they got 2, they probably got about 10 more, right? They just was able to get 2 to probably stick, right? Come, like put it together, submitted it.
Shit.
Nah, that's not enough. Okay, cool. They about to draw it back in, finesse it a little bit, change it up a little bit, and resubmit it. I'm telling you, bruh. They about to resubmit it how many times they need to, Diddy. You is going to jail.
Shit, you better do like Russell Simmons and Cassie. Who else did? There's a couple of motherfuckers did that shit. And bro, better do like that, your ass get the fuck out of Dodge.
2 years ain't enough, man. Brian still played in them folks' face. They want blood and flesh.
But this plaintiff, by definition, and in the text of the complaint, is no longer a minor. There's no good reason why his identity should be shielded.
And just to explain this to our viewers, when P. Diddy is served with this, or his team, whatever, they get, this lawsuit and it says John Doe. Did they actually get to know the identity of this person, or is it simply just John Doe to them too?
I suspect, Diddy is well represented. They will have a very good idea as to who the John Doe is, but it's still what it denies his lawyers and investigators the tips that you get in these cases. So in other words, if, as I suspect, they move to have John Doe's name made public, they will start to get a lot of feedback from the public at large as to who this person is in terms of his credibility. It's just making the defendants fight with one arm tied behind their backs, and I just don't think as a matter of due process it's fair.
And again, to remind our viewers, this is a civil lawsuit. These are allegations. He doesn't have criminal charges involving all of this. But isn't it kind of tricky to bring a case like this? Because according to this child star, John Doe, this happened back in 2007. Obviously, we're now in 2026. If there was any cell phone data, maybe they have it still, cameras or video. Like, things would be a lot different now versus then. Do you think, obviously, there's a different burden of proof when it comes to a civil case, but isn't that an uphill battle bringing an allegation like this from, more than a decade ago?
I agree, because they will have the burden of proof. The John Doe plaintiff will have the burden of proof, whether it's by preponderance of the evidence or clear and convincing. It still will be his burden, and it will be harder to carry that burden in light of, as you said, there probably will be spoliation or destruction of any contemporaneous communications at the time, if any. And some of the technology was older than in any event. So I think that is a disadvantage to the plaintiff. But it also, I've been on the other side of these, and it's harder for the defendant in a he said context.
Let me know what y'all think, man. Y'all think Diddy innocent? Y'all think Diddy cooked?
Nah.
I think the civil...
That nigga's not innocent. That nigga deserve 20 more years. Fuck that. Real chat, fuck that shit. Oh man.
Did you know that you can form an Illinois LLC for $0 plus state fees? It's fast and easy using Zen Business. Click on.
Shit, man, we finna get into this Adrian Bronner Let's go.
But I usually.
You guys ready?
All right. Come on. What happened? He said they ready.
Good luck, brother. Cameraman, that's it. And the guards. They don't understand. I'm good at basketball.
So what are we gonna do?
Let's teach the art. I feel like the art of crash out, or let's teach the art of dirty macking.
Yeah. Art of crash out, gang. Art crash out / dirty macking.
And they cleaned that out though.
They cleaned that shit out, didn't they?
Stop.
Look, kinda.
They must have had
Look, kinda.
Oh no, never mind. They must have had some tear gas or something.
Huh? The guys to play for it.
Indeed. Yeah, get out. Idiot. Hey man, you know what's going on? Oh, you on the opera bill? Yeah.
We ready. We ready. Sam.
Yeah, what up? That the wheelchair with it, yeah. Love it, nigga, all the parking spots.
Hey, he crippin' for real.
Man, what?
That really crippin', nigga.
When you guys are done, out that door. And then leave the badges back if you don't mind. Alright, thank you. Let me get the other one. Just wait until they're
Okay.
in the interview right now.
Of course, no problem.
Okay, 1 second, guys.
Okay. Hey, respect her.
Don't touch her.
Just a reminder, yo.
Yeah.
You gotta make us you two in there.
Yeah, no problem.
Only the creators.
No problem.
The team just fall back.
No problem. Yeah.
30 seconds. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Can you just wait out here when they go?
Yeah.
All right. He said 1 minute.
All right, 1 minute.
Respect her. Big swole like Marshawn Lynch came out the room, bitch. God, I thought bro was gonna hit the hole, bitch.
Don't touch Cat.
Oh God. Swole that nigga. We should play spinach.
Huh?
You gonna walk in with some music?
The speaker did that.
Hey, good luck, fellas. Hold it down. CLB.
You know what?
CLB, hold it down.
Should we or no?
Do your own song, man.
Just beat.
That's promotion too.
That's gonna make her f with us even more though.
Yeah, bro. It was pretty good. You about to do something with her in Miami.
Facts.
I said, play that shit.
I came over here and I was watching right now. So, that's why I stood right here when I saw you in my backyard.
Yeah, that shit, we should. Yeah, they already clipped the Yana shit, bro. Wait a minute, we're trying to make it look weird.
Huh? Yeah.
I apologize to her though.
Huh? I just what? I ain't do nothing, nigga. Simple.
Oh, I'm the film.
Talking about some apologize. Got here.
Play y'all song.
It is what it is, right?
Yeah, fuck it. Let's play. Where the speaker at? Let's play our shit in.
I'm saying, you play y'all shit.
The song.
Where are my skimming ass niggas at?
I dare you to let me build you a completely free e-commerce store.
Words are strong. 5. You sound like Megatron, bitch. Which one you finna play?
This y'all security? Yeah, you gotta stay out here.
Yeah, they told us 10 times. We got it.
Oh, bro. Shit.
Don't touch her.
Smack her.
Fuck her. That's right.
I said no music. Oh, yeah, he on Twitch too.
That's my pet peeve, bro. When you tell me to sing, I got it. Kid.
Nah, here.
She gonna make me wanna go in there.
You're going in there.
That nigga said, chill.
Say chill, okay.
And then as soon as the door closes, you guys are good to go.
Alright. Respect, I ain't never seen this microphone. Nigga, that shit got it. What that is? What type of mic these is? He's new?
Hollyland.
Huh? What he said? Holly Glance? Next, come on.
You ready, Ken?
Let's go get this shit, nigga.
What up, nigga?
What it do, nigga?
What it do?
Welcome back, what? Huh? Good.
What's up with it? You barely get out. What's up, bro?
Good, bro.
Why is my like liquor in here? I'm not drinking, is you?
Nah.
Not good? Why is y'all be university? 2026.
You said what brought us?
Why should y'all be in streaming university 2026?
We trying to teach how to, we can either be professors or students. But really,
I think we
said?
I think we should be professors and teach how to crash out.
Whoa, what?
Oh, how to dirty Mac.
Yeah.
Because all we do is.
Cause I don't let that nigga get up.
He don't let me get nothing.
So you just how to crash out. What do you mean by crash out? What does that mean?
So there's an art to crashing out. Nigga. So if we gonna go there, we gonna go there with it.
Yeah,
You dig what
all
I'm
the
saying?
way.
So we gotta teach niggas how to go there with it. You dig what I'm saying?
Don't go halfway if you don't go all the way. Go all the way.
All the way.
What does that mean?
Huh?
What does that mean?
Crash
Like,
out.
just go all the way in.
Yeah, go all the way in.
How do y'all feel about, getting lit on campus? Going out having a party for the spirit of university?
Crash out. Crash out.
What does that mean?
Get lit. Stay lit. Stay lit. Turn down. Never.
So you want to go party?
I mean, we can.
I mean, we can.
I don't like no parties. You know that, right?
Oh, you don't?
I don't like no parties on the campus. All right. Dean and AB.
Yeah.
You want me to lie to y'all or y'all want to be honest?
Give it a beat. Or you can lie, because I don't like where that's going.
No. Wait. Before it goes south. All right, before it goes south. I don't think we can crash out on campus, bro.
We're not finna crash out, but I mean, that could have been a course to teach how to crash
That's what I'm saying.
Or we can teach how to dirty Mac.
Yo, that's it.
No. Okay, let me ask you this. Why do you say before it goes sour? That's all.
You say, what did they say?
Get it out.
Get it out. Yeah.
No, because
when they say, I'm gonna keep it a bean, bro.
Yeah.
And ain't nothing good behind that, no.
Okay, so why do you feel like I said that?
Because you don't want no negativity on campus. And I see you came back and you more positive. You know what I'm saying? So I think we should just dirty Mac in a positive way.
Or we just learn the game.
But look, two of y'all, I literally see Zach and Cody, okay? Great buddy power team, right? But goddamn, y'all
we ain't playing no game.
Listen, let me be real.
Yeah,
right? Dean, I've been knowing you since you boxing.
That's
all that. You know what I'm saying? AB, we know 4 times.
Okay.
Let me see something, bro. And I'm gonna be real.
Yeah.
Y'all funny as shit. Okay? Here is the thing. I see your application. You talking about you gonna call me? We don't.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Y'all be good until the Don Julio get in the system.
Yeah, it take over, bro.
Take over, bro.
Yeah, every trying to stir me, trying to. I'm saying.
But y'all cannot keep doing it. I really feel as if you put the liquor down,
Okay.
and put the to the side,
Okay.
y'all will be.
Then we'll be a piece of
Huh?
shit. If we put the liquor down and put the side, we'll be a piece of.
That's funny.
Okay.
Lock it.
No. Listen,
Okay.
right? Shea University 2026.
Okay.
Help smaller creators grow. Ain't no crashing out. And I just see a t-shirt as a napkin.
Hey.
No. Stop that.
100% crash out.
Stop doing that.
Okay.
Say it with me. Stop doing that.
Okay. All right.
AB, you're doing it impossible right now, bro.
Yeah.
You can't bounce back, streaming, all the crazy stuff. But
I've been trying to tell you.
I really feel like the liquor game.
Right.
Y'all can literally do so much without that.
Who you sound like right now, gang? Who you sound like?
You. Yeah.
And he don't be listening.
No.
Definitely don't.
I mean, he listen, but he just like when he get around, it's like putting.
How can I trust y'all?
It's like putting.
I feel like if you get around.
Just don't put no liquor in front of bro.
Yeah, put it in the back of me.
What do you mean?
She said put it back in it. What the fuck?
No, I'm saying don't. But is liquor allowed on the campus?
They snuck liquor in for a party, but no, we don't want drinking on campus.
All right, then
It's a serious thing.
We gonna keep it from bro.
I'll stay away from it.
So let me tell you this.
I'll stay away from it.
How can I trust y'all enough to put that aside? There's no. I gotta be able to look at the resume. I gotta be able to look at the evidence. Change.
Yeah, right.
There's no change right now.
Shit.
Creators, these 3 apps are built to run my business made with Base 44. They're ready for you.
What the fuck?
Okay. What you looking for?
If I roll this and I land what I gotta do, your ass is declined.
Huh? No, hell no, we ain't betting that. No, we ain't betting that.
We ain't betting that. No, we ain't betting that. We ain't betting that.
You know what? I need to see real change, y'all.
Right. Or we can make another bet.
No, I feel like y'all saying yes,
Hey, gang, come on. Or we can make another bet.
What's the bet? What's the bet?
If I win, I can drink. If I lose, I can't drink.
No, I'm telling you. No, why you do that?
You can't, bro. He gonna be bro. Okay, bro.
Why does he do that?
He's not.
Sit down. Okay.
Like a big ass kid, got a babysit cut sometimes.
You want me to lie or be honest?
Could have been.
Hold on, wait. I think you dropped this.
What the fuck?
You gonna pick her?
You just dropped me?
Huh? No.
Damn. Stepped his ass.
No liquor.
No, listen. No. I got a good reason why I gave you this though.
Yes, listen. No, listen to me.
No,
listen to me.
No. I'm not gonna drink. But I gave you the money to secure my insurance. If I drink, I lose the 100. Okay. That's not what I'm trying to bribe.
No, I want to talk, bro. For real.
Yeah.
I want to see. No, for real. Fuck the money, everything. Fuck the cameras.
Okay, all right.
Fuck everything. No, stop posting from your pocket. All right.
He gonna put it back.
Listen.
I had money a long time, Carl. I ain't gonna lie.
Nigga, are you flexing on me?
No.
All right.
Yeah.
I promise. I won't.
Put hide the liquor from this.
I be doing it.
Okay.
No liquor, no nothing.
All right, bro.
Take these right here.
Flip them around.
Flip them around, though.
No. Take these denies right here. Look at them. And I'm going to be hawking to see if there's change.
Okay.
All
right. So we not denying.
So we denied or we not denying?
We not denying.
Online application, I want to see change.
Okay. So we reapply and
with change.
With change. Okay.
Well, so hold on. How you gonna see change on the paper?
How we gonna just
change within with yourselves. We cannot have a whole bunch of commotion.
Well, by the time, when does this
We
start?
gonna see. But you have enough time to change.
Well,
That add up. And that is a mission for the both of y'all to.
what I'm saying is this, when it start?
Nobody knows yet.
Right.
I know you have enough time.
Have enough time change.
So right now we in detention until we show that we get.
But how is he gonna see?
I see everything.
Clips.
I see that. Ooh, I see everything. I see when y'all kicking out. I see. I see you. I see crashing out. I see liquor pulsating out your body. Get the out of my office. Get out!
I ain't gonna lie. Brett just crashed out on us. You crashed out, boy.
Damn.
I got a second. 40,000 is watching right now.
Y'all got a second? Hell no, they denied. That's okay, but it's really, I think it's really, but it's really backwards. No, it's backwards. He said he just printed the wrong one. He meant to put accepted. But it's
We got time.
Yeah, we got time.
He said we got time. We gonna see cuz as streamer world.
Yeah, hell yeah. Hey, we gotta lock in, bro. Not for real though. Not for real. Wait, hold on. Shut up. Hold on. What are you talking about? No, we're still. No, look. No, what he said was some real shit though, bro. Cause I be saying the same. Like, we gotta, you know, cause this really
gotta clean this up.
we just gotta clean it up, bro. I don't know what he said. He don't know when it is, and he said he's been watching.
He really watches.
Yeah,
that's what's up.
So it's like, but the main problem do be the liquor, bro.
Right.
I know we be trolling. They don't be knowing that we really be trolling. But if we really lock in, bro, we could really be number one. We could be up there with bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So can't never think we bigger than the program, bro. I know we got our own shit going, bro, but I feel like that shit is going out the other ear.
Yeah, let's go have a drink.
God damn, he just said that shit, nigga. What the fuck?
If you get sued, you're coming to your house, dude.
Oh, man.
Chud the Builder's number.
That shit said. Oh, shit, it's already into the video. We definitely finna get into the Chud. Let's go.
Number one supporter, Jake Lang, has apparently been beat up in jail. He showed up not only to Chud the Builder's court case and got arrested there, but he also showed up to essentially protest the Carmelo Anthony trial, saying some crazy things and got arrested for terroristic threats, right? Now, while he was marching around with a White Lives Matter sign, he went to the Dallas County Jail, which apparently has a lot of black employees, and he's alleging they beat his ass. You want to make hundreds of dollars from your phone for free? There's a bunch of new games you get paid to play some free cash. Now, this is the video. It says, update from Jake. I went to show support at Chud the Builder's $1.25 million bond hearing and was arrested and thrown in the maximum he could sentence me to of 10 days solitary confinement.
Damn. All right, take him into custody. Take him into custody. I told you, sir, you did not have a speaking role today. You decided that you wanted one for whatever reason. I don't know why, but take him into custody.
Been released from jail after 10 days of solitary confinement, and we're still saying free Chud. Our brother has been left behind bars. His bond is exorbitant, $1.25 million, and the murderer of Austin Metcalf, only $250,000. This is two-tier justice, and we cannot allow it to stand. That's why today I'm announcing a July 4th brawl, a charity boxing match between me and Antifa leader Dave the Viking. All proceeds will go to getting my brother Chud out. We need to stand up and get Chud out. This is a message to the deep state. You are not allowed to treat us without the 14th Amendment. We all have equal rights in America. Just because Chud is white does not mean his bond needs to be 5 times higher. That's disgusting.
Now, I'll be honest. A $1.25 million bond for attempted murder sounds crazy when somebody charged with and then later convicted of actual murder had a $250,000 bond. But I'll say this, Jake is saying Chud is his brother. As far as I know, I don't think they've ever even met. Jake just attaches himself to whatever he can use politically to gain views and, you know, spew hatred.
really soft glove treatment because they're black, and these woke judges are trying to set a 2-tier standard of justice. So that's actually incorrect information. The exorbitant rate of $1.25 million bond for Chud the Builder is unprecedented.
Okay, and what do you have to say about Anthony?
Well, Carmelo Anthony, we understand that this man was not like an upstanding citizen. We've seen photos of him with guns. We've seen photos of him using drugs. We've seen photos of him giving kind of demonic faces, flipping off the camera, lighting lighters on.
Now I'm going to call Cap and I'm going to break down exactly what he's talking about. This is the picture of him with the alleged gun, and this is the picture of him making demonic faces with a lighter. Mind you, he's a teenager. What teenager hasn't been like, yeah, fuck you, fuck everybody, But as far as this, the full picture,
I ain't gonna lie, that's a big ass gun though. What, motherfucker? What?
this is the full picture, and what they did was they kind of just clipped this part so it makes him look like he's thugging it, when really he's with this crowd, which looks harmless, and the gun was reportedly an airsoft gun. It wasn't even a real gun. So he's trying to make him sound big and bad, like he was out here thugging, and he really wasn't. He actually had a lot of white friends and went to predominantly white school.
Whatever you talking about the motherfucking lie, and you motherfucking know it. I don't give a fuck. Whatever you talking about the motherfucking lie, and you know it. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Chimping out, man. Low impulse control. This is the reason why Austin Metcalf is dead. Because this is a response that is told. This is a response they teach their young people to have. This is a response that the mothers, the black mothers in this community. This community does not teach its people to respect personal boundaries. It does not teach people to talk with respect. And that's why Austin Metcalf said, because of your failure as black parents. Failures as black parents. Failures as black parents. Teaching the youth to kill. Look at this. Look at this. Me and you, mutual combat. Me and you, mutual combat. What's up?
Now, bro, calling him out to mutual combat. I don't know if that's like a Texas thing where they can agree and bump it out in front of the police. That would have been crazy if he actually did it.
Bro.
But you know, this is the thing. When you get antagonized by someone who's saying you have no control and then you lose all control, you're kind of proving that person's point.
Nothing less than the death penalty for the racist black thug Carmelo Anthony that murdered innocent Austin Metcalf.
Now, at no point was Carmelo Anthony ever facing the death penalty. He's saying he's racist. There's no proof Carmelo Anthony was racist. There's also no proof that he was a thug. The only thing that Jake said that's right is Carmelo Anthony is black. That's it.
Austin Metcalf is dead because Carmelo Anthony grew up watching thugs in the rap culture and thought it was cool to carry a fucking knife to attract me. In your community, if you want to lead your community, call out your community for thuggish behavior. They're celebrating a thug first. He was a thug. He bullied this man was a Christian and a student scholar athlete.
In this video, I'm going to be making a 3D game in just 1 hour, but all the 3D assets.
Now, this is one of the only things I think I can agree with that Jake is saying is, yeah, if you had control of your own community, no one else would have to speak against it, right? If you police your own people, and you know, the Texas version of the Black Panthers was there. If you police your own community, others don't have to, right? You can't complain about the police in your community if you police your own community. But if in your culture, within your community, you're like, fuck the police, we want just everything to break loose, well, then obviously there's a problem and somebody else is going to have to step in and regulate that shit. So I don't agree with anything he's saying as far as Carmelo Anthony. Nothing shows that he was a thug. He's never been in trouble before. This is the only time he ever has, and it only takes one decision to put you away forever. But as far as celebrating murders, celebrating death, bro, I just got tagged, I think it was on Instagram, somebody named OG Murder tagged me in a video for what I said about the Carmelo Anthony case. And it's like, homie, look at your name. OG Murder. I guarantee none of the people you've allegedly killed or claimed to killed or rap about killing were white. They were all your own people. Right. Fucking facts. Drill music celebrates death, talks about death, raps about death.
Yeah, I ain't lying. He definitely ain't lying though. Shit, we fucking our own people up on real.
Pushes murder, and it's not white people that they're talking about. You know, like realistically speaking, we never heard rappers talking about white people. It's all killing each other. Kill, kill, kill. And then someone gets locked up, free him. It's celebrating murder, glamorizing murder. Realistically, that's what it is. And it took me fucking like 31 years to realize I'm following the dumbest trend ever. Because I was so into the fucking street shit and the prison shit and being like, yeah, fuck that, free him, da da da. I remember when I was in prison, people escaped. It was on the news and we were seeing it. We're all like, yeah, free them. You know, I hope they can get away. And da, da, da. It was exciting. You know what I'm saying? But then when you're actually an adult and you have a house and you have a family, you're like, fuck, motherfuckers don't need them out here. Like,
Facts.
Nah, you separate from the bullshit with maturity. Otherwise, you're gonna be one of those people that Drewski literally just made a whole fucking skit about.
Facts.
The old head who never grew up and matured.
I ran all these niggas.
The young nigga look up to me, man.
Oh,
Shit generation of the hood, man. Show love to your hood, man. This nigga come back and feed the streets. Be a big homie to your hood, man. You nigga love me out here.
Look at him.
Pyro 1560 blood.
And this is from an actual.
Yeah, I'm gonna start getting on live mode.
That's from an actual clip of some dude who was like in his 30s getting put onto a hood. Like that was a real thing that happened.
Yeah. Bro, you just know how this shit be, bro. Like, I don't ask nobody for shit, dog. I appreciate the unicorn. Y'all send a galaxy. Y'all send a galaxy in the chat.
Same part right here with little same shit. That same spot. I was with their daddy. I was with their daddy around that time.
But realistically, that's how it is. That's literally what you see. You know, if you want to live that lifestyle and keep ignoring the bullshit and acting like, oh, I'm just thugging and I'm never gonna agree with the system and da da da, I'm too gangster for this shit. That's how you're gonna look at 40, 50 years old. You're not gonna dress like a man. You're not gonna be wearing a suit. You're not gonna look like old money. You're not gonna look mature. You're gonna be dressing the same way as the 20-year-olds. You're gonna be 45 wearing Hellstar and fitted hats and thinking that, you know, being in the hood is still the shit.
Yo, a white boy, hey, yo, shut that Trump. What is that? How many times Trump got shut up? Oh, wait, motherfucker. Sounds like an African chant of some kind.
But he's proven a fact. He said how many times
folks stats need to calm down, though. His ass gonna catch a heart attack. Oh, shit.
has Trump been shot at by a white person?
Oh, bro.
Right? Like, this is the thing about this guy right here. He doesn't call out the things white people do, right? If you want to talk about our own community, okay, every time there's something that goes on with a school, it's a white kid. That, realistically. But you don't hear him talking about that. He only targets things racially because he knows that's what's going to get the most attention. That's why I don't like this guy. I don't like anything about him because all he does is cause problems. And what I didn't like about Chud the Builder is he doesn't stand on nothing. You go out and you talk shit, and then when somebody actually wants to do something to you, oh, I'm gonna pull a gun. I'm gonna call the cops. And everyone's like, oh, when Chud gets locked up, he's gonna turn into some super nazi and fucking, you know, he's gonna get the sticker on him and the lightning bolts and this and that. It's like, they're not gonna accept him in that organization. He's a cop caller. He hides behind the police. They don't respect that shit. No, if you're gonna go over there and say something to those people, you need to be with the shit and handle it when they try to handle it with you.
Bro.
And if you're not willing to handle it, you're a bitch. Now check this out. Yesterday, it says Jake has been attacked by a group of all black prison guards in the Dallas County jail. You can literally see them manhandling him in this mugshot photo. They haven't given him a bed yet, and he slept on the concrete floor last night. The guards are retaliating against Jake because of the Carmelo Anthony conviction.
Boy, they make a life hard for this nigga. That's, as they should, though. Make life hard, bro.
He's claiming that because of how they're holding him while he takes his mugshot, right? But then he would follow up with this 16 hours ago. Update, Jake is being moved to an unknown location. His life is in extreme danger and they're trying to disappear him from the public. Now, this is like an inmate communication thing, right? So this is how they email. And the fact that he was able to send this out, clearly he's fucking doing just fine. He's been able to use a kiosk. But it says, hey, sweetheart, I can't believe they have me back in solitary hellhole. I only get out of this cell 3 hours a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 6 a.m. I get to leave this cell and stand in an empty cage outdoors. Complete solitary confinement, a $1 million bond, all because I jokingly said that I would carry out the capital punishment on Carmelo Anthony. And allegedly what was said is he would shoot Carmelo in the head if they don't sentence him to death. This is alleged. This is just from what I heard. I don't know this is fact, so don't take it as fact. But from what I heard, he allegedly said he would shoot Carmelo Anthony in the head himself if he wasn't sentenced to death.
Damn.
Did you know that you can form an Illinois LLC for $0 plus state fees from your phone?
He literally murdered a child at a track meet with a knife and admitted it to the police on scene. It's not alleged, I did it, and his bond was only $250,000. This grotesque two-tiered justice. He can't even spell shit correctly. In fact, there were literally Black Panthers outside the courtroom telling me if the sheriffs weren't here, we'd hang Jake from a tree. Well, don't forget the fact that Jake Lang was out there saying we should hang Carmelo from a tree. So you can't get mad at what someone responds back to the bullshit you're spreading. You're not telling people what you said first, you're just telling people their reactions, which is essentially how Chud the Builder built his following. He'd go say some shit and then record the reactions of people saying they have no self-control while not acknowledging the disrespect that he did to cause that reaction.
Right.
Now, I'll be honest, right? This is what I would do if I was, you know, in charge of the corrections at Dallas County Jail, right? Okay. If you believe my officers are a threat and you believe that we're putting you in solitary confinement because we want to make you disappear and harm you, put them in general population. Put him in GP.
No, bro.
In Dallas, Texas. Put him in general population.
Well, they gonna beat the fuck out of his ass. Well, they ain't gonna play with him.
And see how he does. Being around everybody in general population. See how he lasts in there. If he feels like he's been abused already by staff, put him in general population and see how fast they don't get him smacked off the compound and put right back into solitary confinement. Because all that cop calling bullshit, the white gangs aren't gonna protect him because they're gonna look at him like a rat, right? So the second he gets put in there, honestly, the whites might smash him. Depending on how racially structured Texas prisons are, the whites might remove him just to keep from a race riot. Because you're gonna come in there, you're automatically a problem. They might get him gone immediately just so they don't have to deal with any bullshit being sat alongside him. But if not them, yeah, the other races would absolutely destroy him the second he gets in there. We don't really ever see him doing anything physically. You know, he seems to be in decent shape, but jail is a whole nother fucking, you know, it's a whole nother ball game, bro. You're not ready for that shit. If you're running already and you're relying on the police and crying to the police and this and that, bro, and one thing about jail is the staff, it's not gonna matter what race they are. If they have a badge, that's their side. The badges stick together. So it doesn't matter who you disrespect one, you disrespect all. So the inmates ain't gonna like you, the staff ain't gonna like you. The best thing you can do is sit in that confinement cell and just enjoy yourself. Because if you get put anywhere else, guarantee something's gonna happen.
Yeah, they gonna roll the shit out of
y'all's thoughts and comments in the comments section. Is 10 out.
Yeah, man. He shouldn't have said all that shit, chat. Bro, his ass tweaking.
What drives an entrepreneur to create? Is it fear?
I think you cannot think straight if
you want to support. All right, y'all, we finna get into some little dirt real quick. Let's dive deep into it.
For me, go to Nene Marie 37 on IG and purchase a signed copy. Seville, it's Monday, y'all. Make Cash App. It's her birthday. We fighting against has way more money than them because actually they print the money, you know. And his lawyers Drew came out and Drew continued to say, you know, that, oh, look, they're going to beat it. It's a witch hunt. They have anything. If they had some, they wouldn't be adding more charges. Nah, man, they add more charges, man, so they could stick it to him, you know. And Lil Durk always hated on Keith. You know what I'm talking about? Like, Lil Durk was supposed to be on all, I don't like. You know, Keith tried to get him on there.
Yeah.
And he ain't want to get up on there. You know, he felt like he was up and he ain't need the help, or he ain't want to come second hand to Keith. But before that situation happened,
you know what? Back then, like, that was like 2013, 2012 and shit. I could see that happening because he wasn't big like that yet. Keith was first. So he ain't wanna, you know what I'm saying, be the second man. He want to do his own shit. I could see that, but see, I don't know, man. I felt like if he would have did that Don't Like with him, it would have been bigger than that. Yeah, it been good, bro.
you know, Dirk had caught a gun case and he needed the money to get bonded out. And so sort of like the same thing with Trey 5. I'm gonna speak on that too. And Keith didn't send the money to him, didn't pull up on D-Thing and let him come and get the money.
That's true.
And it's been beef ever since with them.
Yeah.
But the reason why Keith wasn't give Dirk the money to bond out is because the feds was on them. The feds was on them about Lil JoJo. Remember Lil JoJo? His OG got on the news, on the news thing, and said that Keith and them responsible. They was on them boys. I'm telling y'all this. They was on them from that. And Keith wasn't finna bond nobody out or none of that. The guys told him, hey man, don't bond them out, you know.
Shit, I thought that was Lemron. I thought Lemron did that.
Especially if it came back from that way. Look, when I tell y'all people play stupid and dumb and know what they did, or the block know what you did, if some real dudes around you and they knew that people was involved or possibly was involved with that shit or bragging like they did it, you know, hey, look, don't go and buy them out with that money, man. That's going to be federal. You cheap Keith now, you know. So if that makes sense to y'all how I'm breaking it down, yeah, that's what happened. And then, you know, Boona, he continued to disrespect Keith. I got a video with him disrespect him. He continued to disrespect him and down him for not being a gangster and all that. Now, Keith, he did some things. He'll let it blow. I knew Keith before all of them. I knew Boona when he was a kid with long hair, a crybaby. And I knew Keith when he was walking around, goddammit, 11 years old, smoking blunts and beating on doors and rapping.
Damn,
and saying that he gonna be rich. I know them. You know, but everybody ain't got to be no gangster. Everybody ain't got to be known for walking people down, you know, and that's why Keith won the battle. If they thought it was a battle or anything, man, he stayed low. He moved. He got snaked by the same people that Dirk embraced after that. Dirk thought, I'm the leader. I'm going to help y'all, you know. After they done snaked him, and, you know, the guys are telling on Dirk now. But they snaked Keith at his house.
Yeah,
they snaked Keith at his house. And Keith actually wasn't there when they came. He wasn't there. But D Rose, the reason why Keith don't help D Rose, send D Rose no money, send her no commissary, make sure it's mom and them straight and everything. Yeah, Keith had the song, Don't Make Me Call D Rose Boy, he's 600 boy, and he keep that pole boy.
I remember that.
You know, you gon' y'all know what I'm talking about.
Bro.
Yeah, he said his song, they was getting good grades then. But when D Rose let Boss Top, T-Roy and all them, he manipulated them. He told them to come. T-Roy was Keith's best friend. And Keith would have gave T-Roy anything. Money, guns, weed, whatever. Because that was his best friend, you know. But when they did that, it was over with. And D-Rose had shot one of the BDs inside Keith's crib. I don't know if y'all remember that a person was shot inside Keith's crib. D-Rose did it. And that's why D-Rose don't get no help from Chief Keef. You know, as he should, though. You can't do nothing and then you expect help.
Right, burn bridges.
But far as like Rio and them, people be study time about that Von them backdoored Keith Cousin, Blood Money and shit. Von them ain't do that, man. The killer is dead already, but Von them ain't do it. The killer was dead when Von was still alive. He was still, was the killer dead? Yeah. The killer was dead by then. When Von was still alive. But I got a video of Chief Keef. And I'm going to tell y'all this. Keith ain't going to let nobody around him if he know for sure that you killed his people. Watch this.
What the fuck the audio? Ain't give us no audio. That's no. I mean,
Like I said, this video
I know that video. I
was
seen
way
that
after
one.
Blood Money was dead.
Man,
But
should have
one
given us
thing
the
I
audio.
can tell y'all this, if this don't go over the slow people head, you know, Keith was happy that, you know, the person who was saying that they did that to his cousin, which is K.I., she kept on saying she's sipping on blood and did this and that. He was happy that, you know, that the killer had, you know, handled the business, you know. So I'm pretty sure he wasn't mad at Vaughn. And he know that Vaughn ain't killed his cousin, because Keith know who killed his cousin also, you know. It's just the internet, man, be making up stories and twisting shit, and then people from Chicago, just because they from Chicago, they be acting like they putting spins and narratives like it didn't happen, man. Listen to Trenches News, man. But anyways, Lil Durk, he failed to listen to everybody, man. He knew the feds was on them since JoJo. And he just failed to realize that the more that he got bigger.
That's a long ass time. The feds on his ass since 2012. Damn.
That he was being watched. And then he brought Vaughn along, which Vaughn would end up, you know, causing havoc. Durk he'll get killed. Durk have to slide. You know, Durk in court cases because Bezu and them shooting and, you know, and then his brother got killed. So now he got to send a blitz and everything, man. But I got some from Durk mother, man. I respect Durk mother more after this, man, because I never heard her really talk, you know, besides on Victims and Villain. But after I heard this, I say, yeah, she ain't lying, man, because teenagers and stuff like that, older sons, they ain't trying to, they try to finesse their mama out of, you know, going on with the conversation. So we're gonna play this and then I'm gonna get back to y'all.
You got the beefing, you got the this and the dead, which is awful. And I mean that all across the board. I don't care who it is. You know, everyone and anyone that this dead is disgusting to me. And the more it happens, the harder it's going to get for everybody. It's not going to subside anytime soon, I don't think. I mean, we're hoping. Right. I've always been in Durk's ear about his lyrics in his song. And he'll tell me something so that I could just shut up. He's like, okay, Mom, well, no, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And I tell him just to change up your lyrics. Do something different. Nobody wants to hear about someone's child that, you know, passed away. Your brother passed away. And we're hearing the same thing. And I understand the hurt, but you have to deal with it in a different aspect.
Tell Monday what you need. We're creating an agent and naming him Tony. Now let's give him context.
That's crazy because I've been thinking about that shit for the longest. So it's mama saying that shit. So why the fuck he ain't take heed to that?
I wish Lil Durk would listen to his mama.
For real, why the fuck he ain't take heed?
And I wish that Mama Duck and Mama Banks, you know, and all they mamas, man. All the
shit, man. Just imagine if he would have took heed to that shit, man. You know? He'll be still out making good ass music, bro. That's why music fucked up now. I don't really like listen to shit no more. I be listening to shit like 2016 now. Shit be fucked up, man. Like music ain't where it used to be. I be listening to old shit or R&B now. Shit crazy, chat.
mothers, even the ones in jail, Mama Muwop and everybody, all they mamas can get together, man. And they could push a whole movement and a whole nother narrative, man. But yeah, man, through all the adversity, Keith came through from, you know, going to jail, from pointing a gun and shooting at a police car, from violation of probation to, you know, going to the Audi home, in and out of that, you know, to going getting robbed, snake by O Block, the same guys who Durk cuffed, and then he turned around, the feds say that Lil Durk was trying to kill these guys. He put a bounty on them, you know, and OTF members told the feds this. The feds ain't just guessing this, and it's in threads of Lil Durk thread and Zoo thread and Booney Mo thread. So this is official because it's in the paperwork, you know. So and steady, he thinking he won up on Keith. I'm the man, I'm the king. I got all the guys around him. I got all your guys around him. I could go to the old block and you ain't know nothing. You hear me?
Shit, man, it ain't even about that, man. It's about, you know what I'm saying, staying out of trouble. Bro, getting the money. See, that's why Chief Keef, you know what I'm saying, still out here winning. Because he stayed away from that bullshit. They want to be the man out here, want to be done and shit.
And Keith won, man.
See?
Keith was humble.
Yeah,
he took his family with him, Tato.
Yep.
You know, Fredo passed away. You got Caper Boy, he got a weed dispensary. Lil Will, Lil Ball Out. He took his family.
Yes,
Then he
sir.
got Doo-Wop. He flow between No Limit and what's the name, but that's really his that's really his people who a childhood friend. So, and Keith got dispensaries. He coming to Chicago performing. I'm talking about getting more money than ever.
Yeah, man.
And yeah, Lil Durk this, Lil Durk that. Yeah, Lil Durk, he got more talent than Keith. But Keith kicked down the doors for everybody.
More talent than Chief Keef. Y'all think Lil Durk got more talent than Chief Keef? I don't know. I don't know, man.
And Fozz lyrics, he got more talent. And Keith was smart to where he seen the shit was getting hot. Like, the reason why he didn't get Durk the money, and a lot of people knew it, but a lot of people were just saying, oh, Keith was cheap. He didn't want to give them no money, man, because he knew the feds was watching them. They sent target letters to lawyers and shit like that. And they got it, and they seen that, who was on there. So they ain't want to get involved. And then dude them had went on there and said that Keith and them did it. They was on them. The feds been watching Durk and them since then. And I got proof too. It's a guy who was on that said they've been watching Durk since 2010 on Line Crime. Chicago detective. Say they've been watching Durk and them since then. And the JoJo them got killed in like 12. He said like 2011 they've been watching them since then. 11, 12. So yeah, if that makes sense to y'all, why Keith didn't give up the money. But the reason why they ran in the crib.
Yeah, that nigga Faith been doomed. That shit crazy.
Boss Top them. And this story be so crazy because with the money, the chain that they did get for Keith, it was $25,000 chain. And they still didn't get Trey 5 out. But Trey 5 had got locked up. And him and Bang Man and some old people, another person got locked up. And they got locked up for shooting some females. Some females got shot on from MOB. Dang. They were supposed to have been the ones that backdoored Platoon. So they caught them and shot at them. The police jumped on them instantly on 59th. They was on like 59th and Sangamon when they caught the females and hit them up. And the police jumped on them right away. They got caught. Trey 5 needed $7,500 because his mother had $18,500. I know this for a fact. And they asked Keith, and Keith said that, he just threw it up and all that. And then, so they took it like he ain't gonna give it to us. We gonna go and take it. Damn. But Boss Top, he sold the chain for some weed and some Xans. And that's how famous Dex got the chain, Chief Keef chain. If you go on Google or go on YouTube and see that, this how Dex got it, it'll make sense to you too. Everything that I'm saying makes sense. I had seen it, done it. I ain't no other page that, tell you shit that they trying to do some research on or a theory. I was there. I know Keith. And I'm proud of Keith, man, because Keith always said, even when he was sitting upstairs in my house, he was saying, I'm going to be rich. I'm going to have all the weed. Then nobody in old block had faith in him until they started seeing that he kicked down the door. Then that's when everybody jumped on. When Keith was rapping and telling people to listen, they ain't want to listen to it, man. But yeah, Lil Durk in a lot of trouble, man. He in a lot of trouble. I got to play the Boona video because everything Boona said, it ended up backfiring. All y'all in jail, Boona in jail for the Oscar murder and possibly another murder. And not only that, Durk and them gone, everybody gone. Keith still out. Keith just did Smash Loud in Chicago, G Herbo. All the rappers and shit, bro. Keith been to Chicago a few times now. Him, Tato, Ball Out. They balling, man. They won, bro. They won it, bro. As long as they can stay out of trouble and stay level-headed, bro, they won, man. Durk threw away his life for some guys who don't care about him. Now these same guys are telling on him. I'm finna play these videos, and then I'm gonna get back to you about the Memo 600 situation.
He like the biggest. He's always gonna be the biggest. You know what I'm saying? We hearing all y'all, he's not coming home, they gone. You dumb motherfuckers don't know shit. Y'all just run y'all mouth. And then when he pop out, I hope y'all get a nigga his flowers, because he been through it all. Won a Grammy. He been in the streets all his life, changed his life over, won a Grammy. A fucking millionaire, finna be a billionaire, got married to a beautiful wife. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why is y'all hate? But as soon as he come home, all you dick suckers talking about he ain't coming home, y'all gonna be pulling it. Oh, he the biggest. We know he the biggest. And I heard niggas talking about they the king. They the king. Y'all ain't no fucking king, nigga. Y'all ain't no motherfucking king and no drill, nigga. Fuck is wrong with y'all, man? Nigga, y'all know who the biggest of the biggest is, man. Y'all know who got it. When niggas show me that y'all out talk my brother, and then I salute you. You know what I'm saying? To then, I don't believe y'all the king. I don't believe it. You gonna say y'all gonna wait till you go to jail and then say y'all the king? Why y'all wasn't popping it then when you was out? Why y'all didn't say y'all the king then?
How to form your LLC?
Hey.
It's called Taylor Brands.
Okay.
Enter your LLC state, choose your business
I ain't
name.
gonna lie to you. Like, this shit right here ain't helping his case, though, Chad. Like, this shit, like, making it worse, if anything. Like,
man, whatever Boona was talking about, he must have been smoking K2, man. Cause
something.
look like Kevon, man. Like I said, keep going to performing all over, $100,000 shows,
ain't helping, though.
and he eating. You know, he eating, man. Hey, he might not want getting that money like Dirk was getting 400,000-500,000 and doing all the shows. Cause Keith, he like antisocial, bro. He got some type of, I don't know, I don't want to say disorder, bro, but he got some type of anxiety where he always bite his nails and shit. But he don't like really being around people and shit unless he performing in crowds and shit. He
I'm not around biting nails. Shit, I bite my nails when I'm sleepy, though. I'm phone now.
be to himself. Every time you see Keith, you'll see him looking around and shit. He ready to go. He on the move. You know, that's how he always been. He always been humble. And he got an opportunity to help out his cousin, Caper Boy. Well, Fredo helped him out, left the money. And now he got a weed dispensary. Teto and them got dispensaries and car washes, and they just balling, man. They won. Last, man, it's being reported. People hit me in my inbox saying Memo 600 has been arrested. The feds had raided the crib and got a Draco and some switches, man. Now, I don't know if this true or not, man, but I pray for Memo, man, that, you know, he come from up under whatever he come up from, man. I hope that he don't go into Banks Enterprise if it's true, man. But y'all check on Memo, and if you heard it, get in the comments and let me know what y'all think, man.
Damn.
Hey, it's Nene birthday once again, man, so make sure.
Yeah, that nigga Memo 600, he booked. He gonna be in that dirt shit. Watch. I already know what's gonna happen. That's why they booked him too. They like, yeah, we got guns and you with that shit too. Yeah. Oh, bro.
The Pyrus are currently on.
All right, man. We finna get into Kendrick Lamar real quick. Let's dive deep into it, y'all.
Online beefing over Kendrick Lamar, and things are escalating fast. Somebody just posted they're about to catch the other Pyru, strip him, and demonstrate on him on camera. A Pyru from Compton, more specifically Hollywood Pyru, called Snoopy Badass, did an interview where he's...
Hey, hold on. Why would you want to strip a grown man? Like, that ain't humiliation. That's kind of gay, bro. Like, I mean...
lashing out and exposing Kendrick Lamar. Now, this interview has pissed off a lot of other Pyrus from Compton who are cool with Kendrick Lamar, right? Most famously, Kendrick Lamar's cousin hit a J3. Now, Snoopy Badass lashed out on Kendrick Lamar and exposed Kendrick Lamar because he believes that people around Kendrick Lamar are the reason why he was blackballed and ostracized.
And I don't know if it's still up. I know you were fighting to get it taken, put back up, but you made a post about the horrible representation of the Pyru car there in Compton.
I had 211 on that post, Ice Burgundy on that post, Wacko on that post. Who else? Oh, Jay Worthy on that post. Like, see, people gotta understand this, homie. You know, everybody. You know, even the people in the comments, everybody got a gray area in their life that they're ashamed of, homie. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, what people like that did to me was, you know, like, you know, my whooping, you know, I got that immaculate whooping. You know, I came on the scene, Jerry Curl, dripping Jerry Curl. I just looked at like the epitome of what a blood was supposed to look like. And a lot of LA blood rappers, you know, I made feel insecure and they didn't want to have to compete with my image and what I was standing for, because, you know, competing with Snoopy Badass in 2018, 19, and 20 on some blood, you're gonna lose, bro. Because I came with the whole package, the whole West Coast package, you know what I'm saying? So instead of competing with me or, you know, letting the fans pick, you know, they came together to create a schmuck campaign. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of these dudes, mainly some of the dudes in the pictures, you know, they backed that campaign. You feel me? And I understood that, you know, at the end of the day, it's just business. You know, at first I was mad, but I don't take it personal because I understand it makes me feel good about myself because I was really a threat.
Snoopy Badass has also went viral for saying that Kendrick Lamar has copied his look and his swag, that Kendrick Lamar's new look and new swag, more specifically, the outfit he wore to the pop-up, that Kendrick Lamar stole that from him. Kendrick Lamar was trying to imitate him without giving credit. Now, from the outside looking in, it sounded kind of crazy, but when you...
Shit, if he did, we don't know who folks is. We just know Kendrick Lamar. Shit, we don't know folks.
Looked at like side-by-side pictures of Kendrick Lamar and Snoopy Badass and like their famous like red hoodie outfit, it looked kind of similar. Now, regardless of not if Kendrick Lamar got it from Snoopy, Snoopy believes that Kendrick got it from him, but people around him are the same people who, according to Snoopy, was trying to blackball him, put dirt on his name, and make sure he don't succeed in a rap game. Now, again, I was not here in 2018, so I, quite frankly, don't know, right? If Snoopy Badass was the next one up and other blood rappers were terrified or scared of his come up.
I'm not saying that he was a nobody, but he definitely wasn't no force in that lane. That's a fact. Just don't have that credibility. Besides going viral, you wasn't hearing about Snoopy Badass on the streets. You were the Compton Menace. Shout out to Compton Menace. He didn't create that package. He took that like the 80s and the early 90s. That ain't Bloods, Jerry Curl and the hoodies and corduroy house shoes and all that. He didn't create that. Like, you only know for your YouTube career wasn't in the streets.
I'll take Spotify's word for it because I was not in the streets. I like Snoopy. I got no problem with Snoopy Badass. So, but again, I wasn't in the streets to tell you that if Snoopy Badass created or invented this style, Spotify is saying, no, this is just how Bloods dress in that era. And Snoopy Badass just did a really great job at branding himself as the person who's the most familiar with that style of dressing. So now when Kendrick Lamar, who's a blood from that era, dresses like people from his era dress, Snoopy can say he's dressing like me, even though Snoopy is just dressing like how other bloods dress from that era.
He wasn't in the streets. Like, I know who Compton Menace is, and I'm from LA. I know who Wacko was. I know who Problem is, Kendrick Lamar is. I know who The Game is. These dudes have history. You hear their name on the streets. And this is all I'm saying. This is facts, bro. I never heard about him on the streets. Ain't nobody like, oh, Snoopy Badass, oh, he a G or he doing this. I just never heard of that, bro. Like, you up. You ain't got nothing to worry about. Snoopy Badass he an internet personality. He Charleston White, bro. He just be saying stuff. I think that's his lane.
Now, regardless of if we believe it or not, Snoopy Badass.
Hey, my thing is, like, nigga, like, these grown motherfuckers arguing about who stole the, like, clothes style or whatever. Like, bro, like, you arguing about that shit? That shit crazy.
Believes it. He believes that they copied him while also trying to blackball him. So he's on a tear to expose Kendrick Lamar and expose anyone around Kendrick Lamar. So during this interview, he brought up something, though, that regardless of his motivation for bringing it up, you kind of have to sit back and say, he not lying. He kind of telling the truth here. And that was the royalties and the splits from the GNX album.
Jay Hitter's a rat. He talked too much. See, Hitter J3, I got to say this about him. He's somebody that been protected by the gang all his life. His mama from the gang, his brother from the gang. He ain't really had to really do nothing because he got blood ties, like not, but blood ties into that. And you can tell every time he opened his, some people, like, I respected him more when he
my fault for stopping the video real quick though. Like, so that's like an easy look right there. You know what I'm saying? With the shades on and shit. That's kind of like the easy type of shit. So you stole easy style then. Like, you know what I'm saying? You see why I'm getting that chat?
Got it up and just drop music. The more and more he talk, the more and more you can see how dumb he is. Like, why would you get up on the internet? For one, the Westside Pyrus just got hit with a gang sweep not that long ago. Why would you get up on the internet and tell everybody that you worked Aiden Ross out of $10,000? Do you understand that that is extortion and it's fraud? It's fraud because he donated for some family in need. And you got on the internet and you admitted and said that you put up a fake video. And that is fraud. Do you understand the feds could come get you for that Hitter J3? Am I lying with him?
And that's pretty stupid, man.
$10,000, that's over the limit that they need. Matter of fact, $10,000 is exactly the limit the feds need to even start to investigate it to know where you got it from. And if there was any fraud or foul play, you can go to jail, hitter J3.
And it's hard to beat.
And hold on, and you are a gangbanger, an admitted gangbanger from West Side Pyru, boy. That can be taken as an extortion charge too. But that's how I know ain't nobody laced you. That's how I know you ain't really did nothing. Dead homies, because you should have knew that already. And then on top of that, he got his stupid ass up here and he gonna say, what his dumb ass say? Oh, Kendrick, like, looky, bro, that was not a good look for Kendrick, bro. I don't like you, cause you ain't used to having no money like that. So I understand why you thought it was nothing. So you said it. He gonna say, well, Kendrick Lamar told everybody on the album, you can either pick the royalties or the $10,000, and everybody picked the $10,000. So basically you just admitted that Kendrick Lamar just robbed everybody for their royalties.
Regardless of his motivation and his reasoning for doing this, he's not wrong. He's kind of
real shit. Like the way he talking and shit, like he's shaking and shit like that. Yeah, he sound like he's serious and speaking some truth shit, y'all.
In here.
Whoa. What's that? I just built a budgeting app in Base 44. Guys, Nina just...
You probably shouldn't be admitting that you lied on the GoFundMe or you lie about this being your grandparents so you can raise money. That's dumb. Secondly, admitting that Kendrick Lamar jerked all the artists who was on GNX is not a good look for Kendrick Lamar, who's apparently like the rap savior. I mean, it's just not a good look. Now, I want to give DeJean Paul his credit because DeJean Paul was the first journalist or blogger in LA to actually break this news. So he got some wind down the pipeline from artists who was actually on the album themselves. They told him, hey, Kendrick Lamar did not give us any royalties. Now, DeJean came publicly with this to break this down to the public, and that sparked a response from Hitter J3. Now, this response from Hitter J3 to me was actually dumb because this response actually caused more trouble for Kendrick Lamar.
Goes to my second point. I got a call from a very powerful industry executive. He manages an artist that is on GNX. And he told me for a fact that all of the artists, LA rappers that was featured on GNX only got paid $10,000 for their feature. And only 2 of them have received publishing to this day. So that speaks to the opportunistic-ness of the situation. You are this multi-platinum artist. You probably, if we look up his net worth, it's probably in the hundreds of millions. You get what I'm saying? GNX sold millions and millions. It's a multi-platinum album. It broke streaming records, all of these things. Allegedly there's bots, but whatever. To find out from a verified, trusted industry source that, again, works with one of the artists on GNX, that all the LA rappers, upcoming LA rappers featured on GNX only got paid $10,000, and only 2 of all the LA rappers featured on the project were given any publishing. Basically, he told me how they were approached was, look, this is going to be a big, you can do a lot with this opportunity. This is a good look. Just take the 10 racks and, do what you can with this opportunity. This is a good look. We're about to bring the West Coast back. Woo, woo, woo. They sold these artists a dream. Then you wonder why Dodie Six is smoking drugs and smoking balloons and crashing out and doing all this stuff because he's not getting paid. He didn't get paid. I'm on this big song that's all over Billboard charts, but I'm not getting paid. You wonder why Young Threat is in prison for allegedly murdering another rapper locally because he's not getting paid.
Kendrick Lamar cousin Hitter J3 responded back to this clip, and he responded saying, people had the choice to take royalties or the money, and most took the money. So now before you speak on something, you're not in the room to know the truth. Now, Hitter J3, I think, said this to defend Kendrick Lamar, right? He wanted to help Kendrick Lamar. I don't think Hitter J3 did this to hurt Kendrick Lamar, but this actually hurt Kendrick Lamar more than it helped him, and here's why.
GNX was a complete publicity stunt, bro. That was a publicity stunt for his own. It was a publicity stunt for his own personal gain, bro. Like my thing, you're Kendrick Lamar. Why you couldn't get him $10,000 in a royalties? You want to see win? You want to see niggas eat forever? If I was in Kendrick's shoes, I would have did it, and God know it. Take that 10 bands and you getting your royalties. I'm already rich. What the hell? I'm trying to stop other people from eating. If you really want to help, but it wasn't to help.
Regardless of what you think his motivation is, if he's just hating on Kendrick Lamar, you can't say he lying, bro. He not lying. He telling the truth. Now, these were grown men who made a terrible decision, but there's something very wrong with the picture. of Kendrick Lamar having songs like TV Off and Peekaboo, and those songs going top 5 on Billboard, number 2 on Billboard, winning Grammys on Billboard. And these artists who are on songs that have won Grammys that's top 5 on Billboard, they only got $10,000 and not another check after that. They got no royalties, got no writing credits, got nothing.
Yeah, that's bad. That's definitely bad. Hey, when they looked at that shit, they $10,000. Hey, give me that shit. Oh, bro. Oh, hey, they want that $10,000, man. They ain't give a fuck about that damn royalty. They ain't know what that shit is. Hey, man, $10,000. That shit could feed me. I can get a lot of goddamn Louis Vuitton, a lot of bullshit, a lot of bullshit, bro.
Yo, when Gen X, again, do you understand that when Gen X dropped, that these artists' names were not listed as features on the album? Like, it took the public bringing backlash for them to get listed. This is not cool at all. Because you didn't have to dangle the 10,000 over starving artists, right? Right. Dangling 10K and then dangling their royalties, which they are entitled to.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they looked at that 10,000, they like, oh, it's in my face. Oh, yeah, give me that. You know what I'm saying? Not looking at long term, you know what I'm saying? The royalties and shit, that shit can happen over time, you know what I'm saying? Check every time, you feel me?
And then they choose the 10K without
but it's their fault, though.
And you say, well, it's your fault. You chose. No, Kendrick Lamar should not have put these artists in that position. It's wrong. It's predatory.
I mean, where is it predatory at? Fairest change, to me, fairest change, no robbery. Hey, he gave you, first of all, it's 3 things. He gave you an opportunity to even be on his album. A lot of up-and-coming artists, not established artists.
But the favor is negated once you take advantage.
I don't know, Chad. Is that wrong, though? Like, you giving people an option. Like, you want this 10,000, nigga, or you want this royalty. Like, you giving people a choice. You know what I'm saying? Like, they took the 10,000. If you would have took the shit? You know what I'm saying? I would have took the royalty, goddammit. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Compared to Kendrick Lamar. A lot of them dudes would have just took the opportunity with I know one of the people personally. What is my homeboy? Dodie 6. First of all, I just feel like he didn't have to offer them nothing. Everybody would have jumped on the opportunity just to do that with K-Dot for free. This is a fact. It's not no, every last one of them dudes would have took that opportunity for free to be on Kendrick Lamar album. You can't tell me that majority of those dudes verses is even worth 10,000. Ain't nobody paying these dudes no 10,000 for that verse, probably 1 or 2. So Kendrick, not only I'm gonna give you the opportunity of a lifetime, I'm gonna pay you for your services. I'm gonna pay you, and $10,000. If you're not rich, $10,000 is a nice little starter kit. It could definitely put you back in the green.
But that's besides the fact, though. Kendrick Lamar.
But at the same, put you back in the green. It depends what you do with that motherfucker, though. You know what I'm saying? What you gonna invest that shit? What you gonna invest it in? Type shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Giving them $10,000, like, in the royalty. He didn't have to choose. This is like when a colonizer come to Africa and they go to these like rural villages where there's diamonds and minerals and resources that's worth billions of dollars, and they're like striking trade deals and providing rice and oil. Like, they're providing bags of rice and oils in exchange for $100 million minerals, right? It's predatory. Like, you don't say, well, I mean, listen, man, they signed up. They made a decision to give the minerals and the resources. No, you say, bro, this was not an informed decision. If these people knew that these minerals and these diamonds was worth $1 million or worth billions of dollars, and they could literally buy an entire country filled with rice, instead of like trading in their minerals and resources for a bag of rice and oil, they wouldn't do it. It's not an informed decision. I don't think these artists really necessarily knew, hey, bro, these royalties you about to get is a lot more than 10K, bro. And you could damn near get in advance of like 100,000 based on the royalties you got.
Rocco,
I'm saying, like, you had to think, like, man, they weren't thinking, folks. They thought about 10,000. I'm just gonna leave it at that. They just thought about that 10,000.
If you're broke, if you don't have a car, 10,000, you could go get a car right now for $10,000. If you're broke, if you don't have no money in your pocket right now, 10,000 is gonna get you out that hole. 10,000 to move you in a place and get you in a spot. So he gave them an opportunity, bro. Like, take the money or your royalties. I honestly think, like, if they were smart, they would have took the royalties. But since they was in the bind in the hole, you can't get mad at him because he gave you the option. Like, I give you all your royalties, or you want the $10,000. What's wrong with that? He gave them an option. It ain't like he trying to rob a blind. They're all grown men, correct? Yeah. No one is correct. So my whole, you want the money or you want the royalties?
Fair. These is grown men. Fair.
That's the way I see it.
These is grown men. But why didn't Kendrick Lamar say, hey, bruh, yo, walk in the studio with them. Hey, bruh, listen, here's why royalties are important. Now,
man, look, as a grown man, look, real shit though, you supposed to know these things as a grown ass man. Real talk. Motherfucker, you can't expect a motherfucker to hold your hand. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't expect a motherfucker to do all that shit for you. You gotta know this shit. Real talk. Like, my thing is, you in a space already, you know what I'm saying, with Kendrick Lamar. Shit. You obviously you had some money, some type of money to get there with Kendrick Lamar. You know what I'm saying? Shit crazy, Chad.
It's not his job. It's not his job, man. I understand this, but if he coming how he coming for black people and for brothers, if he coming how he talking, yo, he talk like, yo, he trying to say them kids, man. He talk like he trying to say these men. So if you're trying to say these men and lead the way, say, hey, bruh.
Hey, look, my fault for stopping the video again, but look, a motherfucker can show you the, like, you know what I'm saying, to show you the door, but they can't make you walk in it. Show it to them. That's it. Like, you gotta teach them how to walk, talk, all that type of shit. Like, goddamn, nigga, I ain't your fucking daddy. You can do this shit. Figure this shit out.
Yo, this is worth a little bit.
If you're a business owner in Illinois and don't have an LLC, everything you own could be at risk. That's why I use.
Don't take this 10,000, yo. Hey, yo, listen. Yo, take the royalties. Hold it down, bro. Take a loan if you got to. Just hold it down, bro. Yo, this finna go up. Like, this finna win Grammys. Yo, this finna go #1 top 10. Yo, you can't tell me like Kendrick Lamar didn't know that one of these records are gonna go top 10 or top 5. He was at his, yo, this was right after like he dissed Drake. This is when Not Like Us was like the biggest song on the planet. This is when he knew the Super Bowl was coming up in 3 months.
What?
This was literally gonna go up regardless.
Nigga, what? Hold on. And you knew that shit. Hey, these some grown ass men. Look, if I was in that position as a rapper and shit, you know what I'm saying? I looked at Kendrick Lamar beat Drake and all that. Yeah. Oh yeah. This a lot of, oh man. Bro, they tweet. Like, come on, bro. Come on.
And I don't know,
bro.
man. Yo, give them an informed decision. Right?
You
Just
don't
like
even, you don't even
like
got to
the
do
Cowboys
that.
just came and took advantage. Kendrick Lamar took advantage.
He ain't got to do
from
that
my
shit.
perspective.
I get what you're saying, but I don't compare those because a lot of our people just are in the industry. They all signed. They all rappers. They know the game. Who's to say that it was gonna be that successful? No, listen. I'm not saying that was gonna. Who's to say that they song wasn't gonna do? Like, that's just like me. If I'm investing in something, that doesn't mean that I'm gonna get my return. If I win the lottery right now and they told me over 30 years you're gonna get 100 million or take this one lump sum for the 15, I'm punching out at the 15. I don't know if I'm gonna be here for the 30. Conventional wisdom will tell you to wait to the 30 because you'll be rich forever.
We can agree to disagree, but one person who don't want to agree to disagree is Hitter J3, which is Kendrick Lamar's cousin. He sent out a very strong warning to Snoopy Badass, letting him know that when he catches him, he's gonna put him on camera, right? Yeah. So Hitter J3 goes, next ninja speak with my brother in LA for some clout, likes, or comments on what he doing in any negative way. I'm gonna embarrass you and put it on film. Just don't snitch when ish occur or take place. So, again, man, this is Pyru on Pyru violence, homie. All right. So, Hitter J3 go, I can say anything on socials. Now, this is where he tries to walk back the comments he made. He says, I can say anything on social or in an interview. It doesn't mean it's true. Dot barely even talk to people he don't have a personal relationship with. So if you don't have a lawyer, you only talking to an assistant that works for him. Yeah, true. Yeah, but you are Dot's cousin. Like, so you would know more than anybody else the business. And you said what you said confidently and told Dejan, don't speak on things he don't know, and here's the truth. So why would you lie about giving Dejan the truth? Y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think? Do y'all believe that this is cool? Like, did Kendrick Lamar do anything wrong?
Man, look, Kendrick Lamar ain't did shit wrong, Chad, in my humble opinion. Bro. These some grown ass men, and they should know better. Real talk. Nobody ain't got to hold your hand and teach you how to speak and talk and how to do this and no, hell no. Nigga, that shit, I'm gonna let you know too. I'm like, look, you want that? Which one, nigga? Shit, if you take that, all right, there you go, nigga. You gotta think about this. Not only that, this is after the, you know what I'm saying, beef. So they ain't even think about that shit. They just, man, I want that 10,000 for them grade. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna get all bullshit. That's all they thinking about is bullshit. Oh, bro. Shit crazy, man.
I like making my podcast. I don't like making short clips of my podcast. So,
all right, y'all. We finna get into some Charleston White real quick. Let's dive deep into it.
So Charleston White went to war with Jeff Metcalf, the father of Austin Metcalf, who was murdered by Carmelo Anthony, stabbed at a sports meet. And it was a murder. He was convicted of murder. The jury said it was a murder. So it was a murder. We're going to accept that. Now, if you want to know about the sort of controversy around that whole situation, I did drop a video just now, kind of addressing some of the sort of spicy opinions people have had about me talking about this case. But we're not going to talk about that in this video. If you want to know how that went down, go and watch the video I just posted, like probably an hour or so before this video. But in this video, we're going to be looking closer at the whole situation with Charleston White, how Charleston White was basically disrespecting Jeff Metcalf and Austin Metcalf's memory relentlessly. And then since the verdict came out, he's actually switched it up. He is now in a beef with Carmelo Anthony's family, and he's kind of, you know, redirecting that energy in a way that some people are respecting, some people are appreciating, other people aren't. Okay, so let's take a look at how Charleston White actually went about this, and some of the crazy stuff that's been kind of going on back and forth in this whole situation. So let me just pull up this first clip. All right, so this first thing I'm going to show you, Charleston White. So, right, Jeff Metcalf, he basically responded, right, to some of Charleston White's comments. He responded directly to what Charleston had said, okay? Because Charleston White was riding hard for Carmelo Anthony at a certain point.
Charleston White, you look like a fucking crackhead.
Already.
Okay.
Damn.
Even though you got money, you're the only smart person around.
Wait. Did he nearly say the N-word? Look, I'm in trouble. Apparently, this is impossible for this guy to be racist, but did he just say that? Was he about to say the N-word?
Even though you got money, you're the only smart person around. Drew, you just.
Hold on, I gotta reset
Even though
that
you got
shit.
money, you're the only smart person around.
Yeah, he did almost say that shit.
Drew, you just.
Anyway, so look, that's great. That's actually crazy. I didn't clock that the first time I saw it. But anyway, he apparently the only smart person around, okay? Now, Charleston White had been riding hard for Carmelo Anthony, and that's why Austin Metcalf's dad is hating on him at this point. Now, Charleston White announced initially that he basically felt like he was going to put up money for Carmelo Anthony's appeal. He was raising money for them. This was not too long ago that this was Charleston's position, okay? So this was on June the 10th. So 3 days ago, Charleston White was announcing that he was donating 75 grand. So I met Charleston White in person. Shout out to Charleston, man. He was shining chains, watches. He definitely got some bread. You know what I'm saying? he for sure making more money than me, but he doing his thing. So he got 75 racks to donate towards the appeal, and he was trying to raise $1 million on his behalf, and he also wanted to get an interview with the parents. So it was all good just like 3-4 days ago. This was what he was saying back then.
Yeah, I'm putting up the 75,000 for the kids' appeal. So yeah.
I was just watching a video on that when you called.
Yeah, I'm putting it. They need 150, but I'm putting up 75. But I'm trying to raise $1 million.
Send me the links when you got it.
I will. So I'm finna set up an interview with with the dad and say Cheese TV at a black church with a black pastor who I'm trust, and this will be the mom and dad first time talking. Let me just say this: black people hurt this family. Yeah, I'm putting.
So Charleston White, like a lot of people, okay, and me, I thought this too. Now the verdict has come out, I will throw my hands up and accept that Carmelo Anthony is a murderer. He murdered Austin Metcalf in cold blood. If a jury of 12 decided that's the case, then who am I to go against that? All right, I don't want.
He did kill him, but shit, goddamn, look, both sides is wrong. That's the way I see it. Both sides is wrong, though. The white guy was being a bully. You know what I'm saying? And the black kid had a knife and stabbed him up. That shit was wrong.
Call for any extrajudicial justice.
Both sides
wrong. But, you know, before the trial went down, a lot of people, including Charleston White, thought there might have been more to the story. Like, I thought, you can't possibly just have stabbed him for no reason. I thought there was maybe going to be a self-defense argument made. That didn't really end up panning out. But like a lot of people, Charleston White, he kind of made some claims that, you know, he felt like evidence was being hidden and there would be a more complicated story in this case when it went to trial.
You know why Hunter's not taking a stand? He's not going to pass cross-examination. The reason Hunter's not going to take the stand, and from what I hear, the dad's bought a new truck, the mom's got a new 8-bedroom house. The dad, there's already text messages about the dad bragging on going on European tours. Fuck you, Metcalf daddy. You're a fucking puss. Used to beat those boys' mom. And I'm going to tell you why they're not bringing up the fact that these both guys knew jujitsu. We're not even going to worry about them not bringing it up. We don't have to bring up the fact that Austin knows jiu-jitsu, trained since he was a kid. We'll wait to the closing arguments to do that. We won't bring up the fact that Austin and Hunter both kicked their dad's ass. He's a little short guy, they're big guys. These are some violent white boys. I mean, Neanderthals. These are some violent Neanderthals.
Now, hey, look, check it out. He said a white kid know karate, goddammit. Hey. Is he a black belt? I don't know. Like, shit, nigga. I could do a little something, but this motherfucker got a black belt and all that shit. I don't know. Shit, I think Carmelo Anthony did right. Goddamn shit.
Look, I'm not saying I agreed with everything he said, but I just thought going into trials that I'm sure there's going to be more coming out about the confrontation that took place between these two boys, about, you know, how this went down. Did they have any history? I thought we'd have heard. I thought there was going to be like another dimension to this story. Because it didn't make you thinking, how is this kid just cold-blooded stabbing the guy in the chest because he told him to move? Well, the jury decided that's what it was, and that's what it was. But Charleston White, he's saying he knew jiu-jitsu. Bruh,
that's what I'm saying.
He knew a lot. Now, apparently, okay, that stuff wasn't the case. But this was kind of, you know, he was putting this out there at the time.
So we're not going to bring up the fact that Carmelo didn't run. When Carmelo did what he had to do to keep those guys off of him, he ran straight to a coach. This is what they're not telling you guys. When he took off running, he ran to a coach, and even the coach's testimony, according to the police's initial statement that they got from the witnesses, that multiple children, 4 to 5 children, was chasing Carmelo to harm him.
Okay, great.
Damn, not harm him.
Wait, were you even listening? You haven't taken a single.
So
not harm him.
I thought that it would go to trial and we would find out that the situation was a lot more tense, because it's like, why are you stabbing? Like, how are you out here stabbing, pulling knives, taking lives so easily? Now we know it's because he was a murderer, but basically, Charleston White kind of said at a certain point he flip-flopped between sides a couple of times. So he also said he basically said he made a mistake by initially supporting the Metcalf family instead of Carmelo Anthony's family, alongside making kind of more allegations about the case. But again, he ended up kind of flipping a couple times on these different sides. So this was even earlier on June the 7th, 2026. And Charleston White basically says he was wrong for not defending Austin Metcalf, and then he exposes the Metcalf family. He said, I admit I was wrong about Carmelo Anthony. The initial police statements prove he was not in the wrong. All right, so here's what he said.
I made a mistake in the beginning. I joined with the Metcalf family. I made a mistake. I repented, and I spit on the Metcalf family, and I joined the right family, the nigger family. But they're not the nigger family. That's an honorable black man and an honorable black mother who have their children in the same household, unlike the Metcalf family. Austin Metcalf and his brother had been suspended the week before. That's why they didn't know Carmelo was under the tent. It wasn't Carmelo who had been suspended. It was Hunter and the Metcalf brothers who had been suspended. Why? They left track practice, according to the coach, and went fishing. So the coach lied and said, well, I technically didn't suspend them. I just gave them. Well, they're saying that Austin was given permission to run the tent. No, he wasn't. The coach just told him, step up and be a leader. He didn't run the tent. Those are lies that's being told, so y'all follow me. So the Metcalf brothers didn't recognize who the nigger was, but they knew the nigger. They knew the nigger. They were suspended last week. The kid who says, oh, I didn't know Carmelo, have text messages that prove that, guess what? He used to call Carmelo, hey, come pick me up, sir. Let's go play basketball together. Carmelo and this kid got multiple pictures, at least 9 different pictures that were presented to the jury to prove that the state's witness lied about not knowing Carmelo. Then Carmelo's mother took a picture that blew their mind. So how can a kid with epilepsy, and by the way, he never brought a knife to school.
What the fuck?
It was a tool. What kind of tool? A Boy Scouts tool. And it wasn't 6 inches, it wasn't 4 inches. It's a little small tool, compact tool. What kind of tool they call it, Mel?
Multi.
A multi-tool that the Boy Scout uses.
You got screwdrivers, everything on it.
Wasn't a knife. It wasn't a knife. But since you guys can't go to the trial, you can't be in the trial, you're not talking to nobody that's reliable in the trial, y'all don't know what the fuck you're talking about. So let me just break this all the way down.
So look, all right, Charleston White, all right.
Hey, that's interesting. I thought it was a knife because he said stab. They could be anything. Could have stabbed his ass with a, butter knife or some shit. So, yeah, okay.
He knows a lot, but he puts a lot of sauce on top of it too. Let's put it that way, okay? So here are some photos of that alleged multi-tool that was apparently used in the incident. These apparently sell for just $13, okay, on Walmart. And apparently this is actually the knife, and I'm pretty sure I saw a photograph from the trial that kind of...
Hey, that bitch sharp as hell. Hey, he still go to jail for that shit.
Showed that this was the sort of knife, because I remember seeing this picture and had a torch on it. I'm not going to lie, this looks useful as hell.
That's what I'm saying.
It looks handy, but it is a knife.
Look at that.
It's a multi-tool. It's got other tools. It can do 6 things, but I'm not going to lie, it looks very, very similar to the knife I have without a torch. Like, I got this knife here, okay? It looks quite similar. It's got a little box cutter on the end of it. Can we get some focus on the knife now? It's got like a little box cutter on the end of it, but at the end of the day, it does have a skull on the other side of it. Is it possible to focus on that?
Focus,
Is that
folks.
not possible with my camera? I don't think that's possible. Anyway, all right, it's a knife. It's a knife. As 21 Savage would say, it's a knife. And it looks like that has a flicking mechanism of the knife on it. So it says it's got a knife, a flashlight, a fire starter, a glass breaker, a cord cutter, and a bottle opener. All right, suitable for someone hunting.
Nigga, what? He used that shit to kill folks? Shit, he could see in the dark while he stabbing his ass up on photo.
It's a short knife, but it's enough to kill somebody.
That's right.
Okay? And unfortunately, the detail of the knife having a torch and a multi-tool on it didn't help him. Okay, it didn't help him. So obviously, Charleston White is kind of putting that information across before the verdict, to say that this is something that might come in handy and help Carmelo Anthony, but it didn't, right? It didn't help Carmelo Anthony. He ended up getting cooked. He went down for murder. He is a murderer. So after the verdict, Charleston White kind of popped out. He said that he felt the trial was unfair, and he claimed that Carmelo Anthony was a straight A student, while Austin Metcalf had some serious allegations and all sorts. He doing the most, right? He doing the most. He really, really cooking them in a way that, this is his signature style. He is very offensive, but, you know, it probably didn't work out the way that he wanted it to, and in the end, Charleston White did kind of draw back some of the things he said in this.
The money set aside. We already got the money set aside for appeals bond. Why? All white jury, the judge and the DA are buddies, along with the dad, best friends. That's been our trump card. We've been holding. We already knew that. God has spoken, and you cannot make me believe that as many gray-haired white women on that jury that's dealing with white guilt about going to heaven is not gonna have no compassion about a kid that's been straight A from the time he's ever read a book in school, has no history of violence, has saved children's lives by risking his own life by jumping in to save somebody from drowning. This kid has no violence. Austin, on the other hand, is a violent brute with some sexual rape allegations hanging on his ass. That's why, man, they coerce them kids. But one thing about kids can't lie to professionals under pressure. When you was told, when you gave a statement in the beginning, you can't come back and amend it later and say, well, I meant. No, what you said that night is law. Back up right up.
Jonathan formed an LLC. Juliet got a registered agent, and Bob handled his business licenses and permits.
So after this, right, Charleston would tap in with Carmelo Anthony's father, and he would apparently apologize to him for originally claiming that he believed that an all-white jury would actually have sympathy or mercy on Carmelo. So this is him kind of apologizing to Carmelo Anthony's father, and Charleston White, he out here just getting all up in this situation. I'm not going to lie, he has done a lot to kind of attach himself to this case, which is quite interesting. It sort of shows how he definitely is the king of just saying diabolical stuff and going viral and associating himself with stuff that, you know, he wouldn't necessarily think that he would be associated with.
I feel stupid for even calling you, trying to make you believe what I believe. Because I really believe that, fam. Nigga, I don't went against my own people trying to convince black people white people is good, homie. But all white people ain't bad. Why? I ain't never met a bunch of bad white people. So when I saw all white jury, I called you and told you, have no fear. White people ain't that bad. I had faith in that all white jury, didn't I? Didn't I, man? Listen, I feel horrible because I tried to strengthen your faith with my faith in white people, homie. I told you, man, that white jury go do right by us. I told you that, homie, and I believed it. I feel foolish. I feel stupid for even calling you, trying to make you believe what I believe. Because I really believe that, fam. Nigga, I don't went against my own people trying to convince black people white people is good, homie. Only to look like a fool in such a case. It's hard to defend. It's hard to defend what we see, homie. When they defend the Chinese man, George Floyd laid on the ground, homie, and didn't flinch. And white people had no compassion for him. So why would I expect them to have compassion for a kid who has epilepsy, like an autistic kid?
So Charleston White would later apparently, you know, appeal to Austin Metcalf's father directly. And again, this kind of, you know, is a little bit...
Yeah, he definitely contradicting himself. I don't know what's going on. The hell what is he doing? I'm confused.
I'm just gonna play you the clip, okay? Because this is crazy.
You lost her. The porn industry didn't take your wife. You lost her. You fucking short, fat, pudgy, small, dick, angry man. This fucker died from a pencil poke. They come from a loving mother.
I just want to make it clear, right? I don't condone any of what he's saying in this. In my opinion, he's doing a bit too much. His strategy is to be as offensive as possible and then redirect that viral attention towards causes he thinks are worthy. But my God, he is just going wild with these comments, man. And this is a grieving.
I just look at Charleston White just being Charleston White. Shit, I don't.
Father, he's aiming this at. So you know, you got, bruh.
They mother did everything they can to distance themselves from that fucking man that we see on TV talking without his family. See the difference between this little short Fred Flintstone motherfucker? He's alone, angry, no support system, but he got a new truck thanks to Austin Metcalf death. Got him a fucking new truck. But you know who don't see him around? He don't have a wife. He don't have a girlfriend. He don't have a brother. He don't even have a son that hugs him to show that someone's comforting him. You know how miserable he gotta be? He's worse than Carmelo. Because Carmelo is surrounded by a support system. I got a Muslim nigga that run the prison where he's at right now. Been down there 27 years. He's protected. It's gonna take a guard to kill him. Won't no inmate do it. I guarantee it. Metcalf, when I look at you, where's your wife, buddy? Who's wiping your tears? Who's jacking your dick? Who's washing your clothes while you so angry about the niggers?
Enough.
You lost your wife.
Enough.
Charleston White, man, he takes things further than you could even imagine it. Okay, I don't condone what he's saying. I am aware of his social media strategy. It's not for me. That's crazy. And to be fair, after this, he apparently did apologize to the Metcalf family for his comments. All right. So this is him apologizing to the family and essentially kind of asking for forgiveness and saying that he didn't really mean it the way that he said. And, people are pointing out he's kind of flip-flopped on the story multiple times. It's pretty crazy. But he's managed to keep himself in the headlines at every turn. All right. And look, we can all disagree with his methods, but he's made himself a big part of the story non-stop. We ain't stopped seeing Charleston White on our timeline since he's been talking about this.
I want to say this to the Metcalf parents. If I have said anything that have hurt you, I ask for your forgiveness. Forgive me. I was in my feelings, I was in my emotions, and I was in my own ideology at that moment. And with that being said, I want to talk to the father, not the mother. When I look at this situation, the absence of the mother in front of the camera lets me know that's a grieving mother. And I want to tell you, Mr. Metcalf, I have no quarrels with you, sir. I initially agreed with you, as I do still agree with you. I did my best. I did my best. I heard you say it, and I made a call without hearing you say it. This is not about race. You have every right to be angry. You have every right to hate. And I'm telling black people, nobody have a right to be mad at you. You don't have a right to be mad at those parents. If we take us out of it and put those two kids back of it because we lost two children, we're arguing. We brought race into it. Black people introduced it. White people accepted it. From start to now, I've been trying to reject it. Why? It takes the focus off both children.
Oh, hey, Charles.
Yeah.
What are you wearing?
Coach, Soho sneakers.
Where are you headed? Can we come with?
I'm actually running a little late.
Is it shoes first or is it the finishing touch?
Finishing touch.
Whoa, you got a lot of sneakers there.
I like what I like, Soho sneakers.
Some AI builds a website for you, but Wix Harmony builds it with you.
So obviously he's backtracked and apologized now, and you might feel like the damage is already done. Maybe you might feel like he's just saying whatever he's got to do to stay viral. But now, all right, Charleston White, I don't even know how he comes up with this stuff. Okay, he's now on the side of the Metcalf family. And if you watch the last video that I uploaded and the video before, there's a whole controversy. Austin's dad popped out and he said, I'll give everybody something to talk about since you all want me to be racist. Carmelo Anthony, I'm going to call him the watermelon felon. And, he's playing on the racist trope that black people like watermelon. Well, I said that was wrong that he said that. I'm not saying that he isn't completely justified in hating this kid that, killed his son. But I just felt like that he was lowering himself to the level of the racist that he was initially against. But Charleston White has jumped on the bandwagon. He has just dropped his new merch, the watermelon felon t-shirts. I don't condone this, all right?
What the fuck is the watermelon felon mean? What the
I don't condone Austin's dad saying this. I don't condone Charleston White putting this shirt out. We don't condone that. I'm just showing you this for documentary purposes to show you the level of discourse that's going on right now. Okay? So this is where we're at. He's dropped the t-shirts. He said they're available on his website. Bro, I'm actually done talking about this case now. I know I pissed a lot of people off on my last couple videos about this. I really didn't mean to. clearly, all right, everyone's saying, oh, you're English and you're white, you can't possibly have an opinion about this. I'm just digging into the news and reporting on the stuff that you guys are interested in. Okay, that's it. All right. I'm gonna just pack it in with this particular story now. I will still be following it. I think that there's unfortunately going to be tensions for years after this situation within these communities, and it's really
I don't know, Chad. I put it like this. Like I said, both parties was wrong. They both was wrong. You know, I feel like the black kids should have told the parents and shit, so the parents would have got involved. You know what I'm saying? Then the white kid parent should have, you know what I'm saying, teach this son not to be bullying motherfuckers. You know, so it's it's just a lot. You know what I'm saying? But that's it, chat, man. That's all I got for y'all, though. Hope y'all like and subscribe for sure.